Wipers!
Let's go.
What's up?
Okay. All right. So we didn't talk about who is going to do the intro because we all know you. So for the audience, Dave Swarts, former team guy, now running part of Red Watch, and also has a cooking company. What's it called? Dirty Frogs.
Dirty Frogs.
Dirty
yeah.
Frogs.
Yeah.
Which we.
I love frog legs.
Hey, right?
Yeah, so I guess we were talking a lot in the beginning. So if you're interested in like kind of behind the scenes and all the cuts and the outtakes and the breaks, getting a little more context for everything, sign up for Patreon. We have a free version, and then I think it's $5 a month to see all the behind the scenes stuff. And plus, you get a bunch of discount codes for dope shit.
There's like a lot of them in there too. There's like, what, 15, 20?
Stacking up in there.
Yeah.
So anyway, check that out. So I guess we've been chatting a while already, so we'll just jump right into it. Where'd you grow up? How was life as a kid?
Yeah, I grew up in a little suburb outside of Cleveland, Ohio. It's like South Euclid. It's like right next to like Cleveland Heights, Mayfield, Beechwood. It's just a bunch of different cities. You know, Travis Kelce. I know a lot of people know that guy. It was literally like 2 blocks over, and their high school. And one thing about it was like they did hockey and stuff. I mean, are you guys big hockey fans?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I married a Canadian.
That's right. But we didn't do any of that stuff. And like, it was basically like 10 miles this way in the other cities, they didn't do any hockey. And I was like, fuck, man, I would have loved to have done that stuff growing up.
Was that because there was more money in that neighborhood?
I mean, realistically, it looked shittier.
Like more
It looked like fucking, you're like, hey, don't go into Cleveland Heights, it's a shithole. It was like this main road. But somehow they had a lot more nicer sports and everything than we did.
Yeah, it works like that sometimes.
Yeah.
That is kind of weird, though, because, I mean, dude, traditionally hockey is considered more like blue collar. Definitely not a white collar fucking sport. It ain't like, I mean, I'm trying to think of
Yeah, you're not
fucking
sending
tennis.
You're not sending your prep school kids to hockey camp.
Yeah.
Full contact sport, like football, and fighting is welcome and encouraged. Yeah, sign me up.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm like, Mom, like, that would have been a great outlet for my ADHD or something like that.
Yeah. Were you always, because you're fucking jacked, bro. For people on audio should definitely watch the video of this. But have you always been fucking jacked, or is it just like, were you skinny as a kid?
Well, no, I appreciate the compliment, but no, I mean, I was like a huge kid, you know, growing up. I think it was probably about the time that probably right before I went into the military, that I kind of got into working out, like my senior year, stuff like that. I didn't play I played sports up until high school, but played no sports in high school. Actually, I think I tried doing wrestling for my second senior year because I got kicked out and suspended for like defending the honor of a girl that I was friends with. Like some dude, like, it's like, I'm going to kick your ass. Like, cool, man. I'll meet you after class, dude. And so it ended up being like 2 days later, I like fight this kid and there's like blood from one end of the school all the way to the other. And like, hey, you're 18. So yeah, we're going to charge you with assault. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Anyways, went back for my second senior year, got in a fight with that guy. And yeah,
That sucks, dude.
I tried wrestling though, is what I was saying. And I'm like, cool, yeah, I can do this, dude. And some littler dude, right? Little guy, whatever, that I'm working with. And we start doing wrestling and he just like wiped the floor with my ass pretty much. I'm not good for this.
Threw you in a fucking pretzel.
I mean, some of those guys that do wrestling have been doing it since they were a kid.
Yeah, dude. It's so much technique. And that's one thing that fucking sucks at the high school I went to. The whole fucking county went to one high school. But, dude, they literally only had like the big three. You had football, basketball, and baseball. You know, you didn't really have any other sport. There wasn't swimming. There wasn't fucking wrestling. There wasn't any real track and field to speak of. But now I go back there and they're like, yeah, the Henry County High School rodeo team. I'm all like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? You guys got a rodeo team?
Dang, we had badminton. That was the extent of my
Badminton?
White collar.
Well, it was JV badminton. It's the extent of my athletic high school endeavors. Yeah.
Ryan's the captain of the fucking badminton and the hopscotch teams.
I remember asking him not to tell that again, but he dived himself out.
Here we are.
What is that one sport now? Pickleball. Like, I don't know, is that a sport now? Or
I've been meaning to take that up, actually, because I got to do something to get active. And
Dude, my neighbor plays that shit all the time. He fucking
honestly,
loves it.
looks like fun.
He's in his 60s, and he's in better shape than. So when the Oak Ridge boys get together, like, fucking Dave is like, he's in better shape than all of us, dude. And like,
it's that pickleball.
he's
dude.
like, you know, retired from like Solar Turbine, drives a fucking dope ass fucking C8 Corvette, and yeah, he's a big tequila connoisseur. So, but he's like, yeah, pickleball. He's like, yeah, this is fucking great.
It's such a, like, it's a big celebrity thing too, because with Emerald Spear we have like Chef Jet Tilla, and then like Drew Brees showed up at this event that we had, and there was all kinds of different like former NFL players that are all playing pickleball up in LA and shit. And like,
I mean, it sounds so gay, but it actually looks kind of fun.
it's pretty fun actually. It's way less gay than tennis.
It's
Dude,
like
there was
that-
a Del Cerro. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but there's the Del Cerro like tennis courts that are right by my house, and it's like a shit ton of tennis courts. And they literally converted like half of them to just pickleball courts, which I don't know the difference, like what you have to do to convert them. Like I think
They're shorter and kind
smaller.
of smaller. 'Cause that's why old people are so into it, because it's just less impact than like sprinting back and forth.
And it's like a fucking wiffle ball too, right? And you're hitting it with like a different paddle
It's
or some
kind of
shit.
like a rubber type ball. It's a little more dense though, so it's like far.
Almost like a racquetball or
Like
some shit.
in between ping pong and tennis kind of thing.
Kind of like a racquetball, but like you have to hit it harder. It's not like you can't just like.
Yeah, it's a weird racket too, right?
Yeah, it's like a square paddle.
Yeah, I was getting my haircut yesterday, and my barber's like super mega gay, and he was inviting me to go play pickleball. I'm like, I should probably go.
You sure he
I should
wasn't
probably go
asking you
check
to
it
hide
out.
the pickle?
That's why he was interested.
I wouldn't do that, dude. I mean, one time when I was living just outside of Hillcrest, I was at the bar, and this
All just keeps happening.
ponied up, and this guy's like, "Oh yeah, I'm on this like frisbee golf league. You should come play with us." And I was trying to make friends, like new to San Diego, and I go play with him. Fuck no, dude. Like, it literally just turned into like a sausage fest of like, who's this guy?
You're like, enough with the fucking straight jokes. Fuck.
We're not playing pickle anymore. Nah, he's a super dope dude, man. I might take a bump on it too. He's gonna kick my ass on the pickleball court as well.
Is it just like one of these sports where it's like I want to play tennis but I can't?
Yeah.
So now I gotta like
a little
make it
bit
a
of that.
smaller game.
And it's just less impact.
Yeah, less running, less. Yeah, definitely.
It is more fun. It's easier to get into.
All right, sold. I'm gonna call up my gay buddy and we're gonna go for it.
Or a butt plug.
Protection, right?
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Dave.
Yeah. Where were we? Yeah, so I grew up in South Euclid, man. I actually lived in the same house for 19 years.
Wow.
Same block, went to all the same schools, longest I've ever stayed in one place my entire life.
Yeah.
Parents got divorced when I was 5, so pretty much raised by my mom. I grew up with my sister. Saw my dad only on the weekends. So, yeah.
What'd your parents do?
My mom ended up being a mail carrier.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so as far back as I can remember, she was like delivering the mail up until about, I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Or less. She retired out of there.
We need to get her on with all the dog bite stories.
Rain, snow, sleet, whatever,
Yeah.
she was out there walking the blocks.
Jesus.
Dude, that's a fucking
How does
rough
it come
one
out,
too.
right?
Because at least when I grew up, like at least you always heard these fucking stories, like people that would go do like 4 years in the military and then they'd come back and like, oh, he's a fucking postal worker now. He still works for the government, and I don't know, maybe they buy some of your military time or some shit. But I mean, it's always been one of those things where like, oh, that's a good job, It's like, and especially like in like San Diego, it's like, dude,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
what
You
the
get to walk
fuck,
around
man?
all
Like,
day, shorts and a t-shirt.
the hardest time would be like January when it's raining cats and dogs. But other than that, I mean, you're not having to fucking dodge black ice and fucking busting your ass with a full bag of mail and all that shit.
Hiking with crampons, dude.
Yeah, fuck all that.
I couldn't tell you how many times she probably fell and hurt herself or got hurt or whatever. I know they used to carry like mace with them, probably for the dog thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's not for the ice.
No, definitely not. No, definitely not. I mean, there were days where I'd be like, all right, Mom, good luck out there. And it's just like snowstorm or dumping rain. And
She's doing a press check.
yeah. Well, I mean, now
I'm
it's,
good.
yeah, now they just drive like little shitty trucks and shit. And they're like, drive up, put the mail in and keep going.
They don't even walk, right? They just
Some
do.
people, yeah, some people maybe do. They just stop, pull up. But I mean, everything's Amazon now. So, and everything in the mail is pretty much junk. So,
That's true.
That is kind of
That's very
fucking
true.
crazy, man.
yeah.
So what led to the Navy? Trying to get out of the same town?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, so for high school, for me, I was like, the only thing I was interested was like auto shop and auto mechanics. So it was pretty much the only classes I went to at the end of the day. And the rest of the time I just like cut class, go to my friend's house and smoke cigarettes and chill out, or, hang out with any chicks or anything else that we could do. And recruiters came in my senior year, Marine Corps first. And I was like, hell yeah, let's get in the Marine Corps. I was like, man, I'm ready to get the hell out of here. Mm-hmm. And the Marine Corps said, yeah, sure, right. And, it didn't look like I was going to graduate either. So they're like, yeah, well, good luck. And I'm like, sweet. So,
well, fuck you then.
Yeah, pretty much. So the Army was next, and I actually did my ASVAB and everything. And surprising, like now that I look back at it, they just weren't moving their feet. I weren't moving my feet to get in. I passed the ASVAB. I think I got like a real high score of 57 or something like that, because I took it serious or not at all. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go Special Forces. Growing up, it's like Rambo, Commando, stuff like that. So that's all I could think about. And two of my buddies, actually younger brothers, guys that were in my grade, their younger brothers, I think, were like a grade below me or something like that. And I forgot. I just got into some weird friend group. And they're like, hey, yeah, we're going to the Navy and stuff like that. And, it's like I heard about...
You're like, gay!
Straight up, man, straight up. But the SEALs, that's what I was like, man, yeah, I want to be a SEAL, dude. I want to go be the baddest motherfucker.
What year was this?
99.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Did you know about the SEALs before you decided to do the military at all, or you learned about them from just exploring the branches?
Yeah, I think that probably is kind of how it went for me. I didn't really know about SEALs. I can't remember what sparked it for me. There wasn't really any internet. There wasn't really any way to like research it or do anything. I think I kind of just figured it out, and I was like, with the guys, I'm like, yeah, when are you guys leaving? They're like, yeah, we're leaving in like 2 weeks. And like, where my friend groups was like, a lot of people were like doing a bunch of drugs and a bunch of bullshit. And I was like, I want to get the fuck out of here. Mm-hmm. So literally I was like, hey, let me talk to the recruiter. Literally went to the recruiter. I was like, hey, I want to leave, get in the Navy. And he's like, yeah, sure. No problem. We'll take you. Right. The Navy. And I was like, I want to be a SEAL. And he's like, okay. So I go to MEPS, do all that shit. And I was like, yeah, I want to go to BUDS. And they're like, cool. If we can't get you into the SEAL teams, what would you want to do? And I'm like, well, what do you got? I wasn't really sure about like being on a ship. Yeah. All I could think about was like Top Gun or something like that. And they're like, well, what do you think about being an airplane mechanic? I was like, oh yeah, I like being a mechanic too. Like, yeah, if we can't get you the SEALs, right? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. I'll do that just in case.
Dangling a carrot, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, what do you think about F-14s? I'm like, yeah, Top Gun, hell yeah, dude.
Did that assault thing have anything to play out with getting in? Or did they never charge you with that shit?
No, actually, the parents didn't press charges.
Oh, right on.
Obviously, for probably specific reasons why we got into the altercation. I'm thinking it's going to be a fight, getting a couple hits, everyone's going to break it up, which kind of did. But then it turned into like me getting arrested and going to the police station, charging me with assault. And they're like, hey, you're going to do like 2 or 3 days in jail. So basically ended up being a weekend in jail.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I spent a weekend.
And then they didn't press charges? You're like, well, fuck, dude. Time served.
Wasting my time.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, well, they didn't press charges, like, but you guys are, like the police were. And I was like, fuck, dude, this sucks.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So spent the weekend in jail. All my buddies brought me a bunch of like Playboy magazines and other shit. Like, hey, they brought you these, but you can't have them. And I'm like, fuck, man. So it's just shitty food and watching Jerry Springer for like 2 days in a row.
Nice.
For the weekend. Sorry, let me turn this shit
That's
off.
like kind of fun, though.
What's that?
It's like Boy Scout. It's like Boy Scout camp.
I know. I'm just like, hey, what can I?
You get your shiv badge.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's your shiv badge. I'm a Weeblo now.
Yeah. But it's a local jail, so it wasn't like, it was like the city jail.
Yeah.
So it's like the holding cells. So I spent like the weekend in there eating like shitty to-go food and sleeping and, like I said, watching Jerry Springer for entertainment.
But it didn't have any issue when you were enlisting?
No. Normally when I had a DUI for being when I was 17.
Dang.
Yeah, that was an interesting story.
Perfect fit for the
Troublemaker.
Navy, dude.
I mean, I think everything that I've done in life is connected to another like incident.
Yeah.
You know, so
The Navy's like, just don't tell anybody that shit.
pretty much, this guy's like, I'm going to get you in. It was like waiver. I'm like, fuck, I'm never going to get in. He's like, I got you in. I was like, hell yeah.
Dude, that's probably why like the Army and all those other motherfuckers were like, dude, I don't want to do the fucking legwork on this shit. They were probably just like, oh, yeah. Like,
It's crazy how it
You
ebbs
know?
and flows, though, because in like 04, 05, I mean, I had a felon in basic training with me named Halsey, and he was like 6'4", like black dude from Chicago. And like Halsey, what'd you do? And he's like, I threw this motherfucker off a bridge. And I'm like,
Dang. All right, Halsey.
dude.
you're like, that's it?
He was terrifying.
you're good.
I'm like, how'd you get in?
No problem.
Gave me a fucking waiver.
Dude, that shit's fucking crazy.
Well, I remember in boot camp, you know, I don't know about you guys, but it was like those first couple days, there's the 2 tests that come back, right? 1, the drug test. 2, the STDs and other shit. So it's like you either got like kicked out for drugs or
Yeah.
incurable diseases.
Or that, what's that called? The moment of truth or something, where they pretend they know everything about you, and then people, oh, I didn't tell you about this. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
don't say anything.
Yeah. They like come in and like, is there anything you want to tell us? Oh my God! I raped my grandmother when I was 14. Like, Jesus Christ! Like,
That would
No!
be something you would hear.
like no, not
Maybe you
that.
stole a pencil or something.
God, man.
Talking about the AIDS thing. How is your grandmother, by the way?
Well, mine are all dead. So.
Oh, well, yeah, the
Sorry.
rape.
Don't turn this rape into a murder.
Kevin just went from a shovel digging himself in a hole to a fucking backhoe. He's like, keep it going.
Hey, you're not going to the Navy anymore. You're going to jail.
Yeah,
I thought this
They're
was
like,
the trust
ugh.
tree.
Did you go to Chicago like all the rest of these guys for basic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like wintertime or something, so it was horrible.
Do you guys have to do like pool comps or anything like that in the winter in Chicago?
I went to Orlando.
I thought you were in
went to-
Chicago.
No, I went to boot camp in Orlando, but then I went to A school in Chicago.
Fuck, what year was that?
93 was when I went to, yeah. 93 and fucking, was it 90? Yeah, 93 for boot camp. And then, dude, 93? Yeah, Jesus Christ, it seems so long ago.
Right.
And then,
Yeah.
It was.
and then, and then I was in Great Lakes 93 into 94 for A school, for Gunner's Mate A school.
Isn't that crazy? That was 32 fucking years
God
ago.
damn.
Alf was still on
What the
fucking
fuck?
TV.
My wife, dude, my wife's 34. Jesus, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're old fucks, dude.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy,
Dang.
man.
Damn.
I might
So
break
flew
down
by
and
that,
cry.
and then did you go in as an aircraft mechanic, or did you end up getting the Buds contract?
Yeah, I mean, just the way it went was like boot camp, dude, boot camp, A school in Pensacola. You know, so it's like my roommates were like star swimmer dudes. You know.
Which A school were you?
It was like aviation mechanic.
Oh, I was
AVH
AO.
or
I was
A-
the same place. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Mo was. Moriarty.
Oh.
He was like a ABH or ABF or.
It's a great
AB,
place to
whatever
train,
the
man.
fuck
I
it
just
is.
I only went there because it was on the beach, so I could train fucking running up and down the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you're going to A school in Pensacola. You're going to go to aircraft mechanic, structural mechanic school. I was like, sweet, dude. I'm going to Florida, work out, do the school. And I show up. I'm like, yeah, hey, by the way, I wanted to be a SEAL. When's that happen? They're like, oh, yeah, you got to talk to this guy. I talked to like 5 different people or more. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, wait till you get to your first command. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
cool.
man.
Yeah,
So
no
they didn't tell you
worries.
about the dive fair program and any of that shit at the time.
Dude.
No, I mean, so I
fucked, dude.
tried working out one day, one morning at boot camp, and I go there with I think one of the guys from my boot camp unit or whatever
Yeah, yeah.
it was. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this running and then workouts. I'm like, sweet, yeah. And I do this workout with him, and I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm like, holy shit. Like, the next day, I couldn't move. I was so fucking sore. I mean, I never done anything like that. Like, push-ups, all the calisthenics, stuff like that. And I'm like, all right. And they're like, all right, next day, because every morning you went and worked out with the Buds guys
Yeah.
and the dive motivator. And I think I actually met the dive motivator later on in my career. and actually served with one of them at Team 4 later on as well. But we're on the track like the next day running, and I'm like, sweet, let's run. I'm not a runner by any means, if you can't tell. And the dude with me, like, fucking having an asthma attack on the side of the track. So I'm stopping, and everyone's just doing laps. They don't care. Nothing's going on. And I'm like, help, help over here. So long story short, that was the last time I got to work
Like
out.
stole his wallet.
All right, man, kick him down on the ground. I got to go, dude.
Steal his shoes.
But yeah, that was crazy. So, but that was the only time I got to like do any kind of workouts. And then, as the story goes, for me, it was A school's done. You know, about to be like Christmas holiday. I get to go home. Go home for the holidays, and my order's like, you're checking into your command Christmas Day.
Nice.
So, I mean, I know now that like nobody's around. That makes no sense. So I fly to Virginia Beach, check into my next C school or whatever it was. And like, yeah, hey, cool. I'm checking into VF-211, the F-14 squadron. I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. Hey, they're on deployment. I'm like, fuck. They're like, yeah, so we're just going to put you in the barracks, and then you'll go to your C school, which is just like a month or so, maybe 2 months long, and then you'll join your command on an aircraft carrier.
Wow.
So that's kind of how it went. 2 months A school. Got, what's that?
Sitting around twiddling your fucking thumbs on fucking Christmas Day. You're like, yeah, I'm glad I fucking checked in. You assholes.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Hanging out in the E Club for 2 weeks, trying to like, you know, get a new girlfriend or something and keep myself entertained. And then I got, what is that? Mono? Is that that kissing thing?
Yeah.
Dude, then I got mono, and I'm like pissing
Dang.
blood for like 2 weeks. So that
Makes
just
you
delayed
piss
me.
blood?
I mean, math.
You did.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That was
What is
not cool.
mono? Mononucleosis. I wonder what the fuck it does for
Something
you.
like that.
It's pretty. I mean, it sounds like the kissing, not disease, but the kissing sickness or whatever. But
Yeah, whatever
it's actually
it was.
pretty serious.
Yeah. Yeah, you have like a
Yeah, people
fever
get
for
pretty
like a
fucked
week
up.
straight. You're on antibiotics. And it's like I literally was pissing blood for like a couple days at least that I remember.
It's a contagious viral infection primarily caused by the Epstein-Barr virus. So, dude, now you're in the Epstein files. Good job.
Without even knowing.
Typically results in symptoms like extreme fatigue, fever, sore throat, and swollen lymph nodes, and most people recover within 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah. So the sad part about it was is my girlfriend at the time came in town to visit just as I was getting sick.
Oh,
so
no.
she was with me for like that week, and I'm staying at a shitty motel, because that's all I could afford is like
Right.
an E1, and of
Just
course
put her
she
in the
leaves.
barracks.
What's that?
She just put her in the barracks. Open
Yeah.
bay.
I didn't understand. Yeah. I was lucky enough to have my own room, but
Oh,
I
for
didn't.
sure.
I was so young, so new. Like I was like, hey, maybe that's not cool.
Yeah.
So-
You don't know the rules yet.
Yeah. So, but she left, and then she got sick, and she had to deal with that for like the next couple weeks.
Sorry, babe.
My bad.
Enjoy, Epstein.
Yeah.
So when you join your unit on the carrier, do they like fly you onto the carrier on like what's it, C2 that goes on those things or something?
No, it was that I went on in a helicopter, like the Sea Dragon. What is it? The H-53s or something? Is that what they were? The
50
big.
Sea Stallion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sea
Yeah.
Stallion.
53s.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So flew on.
Or they had the S3s. Maybe not in 2000, but yeah,
used to-
53s are the big motherfuckers.
Yeah, we used to pull the Tacomas into those things and do
Yeah.
duty all the time. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know the Navy. I didn't ever seen one on a carrier though. But I don't know shit. I think I spent like 3 days on a carrier, so I don't know shit about the Navy.
Yeah. I mean, I flew into Bahrain, so that was my first experience there. That was great. And nothing crazy happened. I mean, until like my other follow-on visits to Bahrain. But yeah, we just hopped in the helo. They flew us out to the carrier or wherever I was.
Which carrier was it?
John C. Stennis.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
So the thing about being in a squadron that was kind of, not saying cool or lucky, but I was stationed in Virginia Beach. That's where the squadron was. And then the whole carrier air group, I should say, was from like different areas and then deployed on the Stennis out
Yeah.
here.
Like Oceana and fucking all those
So
fucking
when did you learn
air
that you were
stations.
got fucked by the recruiter and we're like,
Yeah.
didn't get what you wanted.
Yeah, that was the moment. So A school on the carrier, they only had about 4.5 months left of deployment. So I was like, cool. Get checked in. Eventually I talked to like the admin people or whoever. I'm like, hey, I'm still trying to do this SEAL thing. Like, what's up? When can I screen or something? Like, oh yeah. You know, the thing about that is when you check into command, you owe us 3 years. So there it was. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I owe them 3 years until I can actually screen at all.
Wow.
And go.
Of course they didn't tell you that. Yeah.
No. So, yeah, but fast forward like 2 or 3 years, another like 7.5 month deployment with them.
God damn, dude.
I come up to that mark, start doing all my paperwork, and they're like, okay, we'll release you. I was like, hell yeah. Screened, put in my package. Literally 2 weeks later, I get orders. And then a week later, they're leaving on another deployment.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
Good timing.
yeah, my girlfriend's at the time like, hey, we were living together. I'm like, hey, remember how I screened for the SEALs? Like, oh, yeah, how'd that go? I'm like, I got orders. She's just like, fuck. Like, I could see it in her face. Going
See you
like,
later.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what I was thinking. And I see it in her face. She's like, fuck, I never thought that would work out. You know, like, I'm like, thanks a lot, you know? So yeah, got the orders and literally I left, I think probably on a midweek Wednesday to drive across country to California. And the next week Wednesday, they left on the Enterprise, which was their last.
Damn.
That
dude.
was like the last deployment for that carrier.
No shit.
Which, funny enough, my dad commissioned that carrier when he was in the Navy.
Oh, that's fucking.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many things come full circle.
Yeah, that's what my dad said to me back in August when he passed. He's at home. This is the moment here is he's like sick and he can't move. He's wearing a diaper. And I'm like, hey, you want me to clean you up? Because he's trying to get up and go in the shower. And I'm like, Dad, I got you. So it's like me changing an adult diaper here. And
Damn.
He looks over and he's like, son, life just came full circle, didn't it? Like, kind of comment that.
Oh, no
we had a good moment,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
rough, dude.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. That's heavy shit, man.
Yeah. Sorry, that was.
We'll get into that at the end.
Yeah. There you go.
We'll start off with some fun stories. We'll get into the sad shit later.
Sorry, man.
No, so you were excited heading over to the West Coast, man? Like, what was your mindset going into? Like,
Yeah.
it was like finally, or you're like fucking a little scared or nervous? Or like, that's a long ass drive.
And
to
had
think
you been
about.
like working out and shit the whole time, or was it? Because I know, dude, shipboard life. Not that I spent a few weeks on ships, but dude, 7 months at sea, it will sap your fucking energy like a motherfucker. I can
hard to stay in
imagine.
shape? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just worked out on the ship. I just
Yeah.
worked out a bunch. Luckily, I met a couple of the meatheads that were there at the squadron, and we all worked out a bunch. You know, I actually learned how to not eat like complete shit
Yeah.
on the ship, but there was no real choice anyways.
Yeah.
Because you just eat what you get. And coming back, it was just like, which was lucky that I was in a squadron because you only did deployments on the ship. You weren't you're attached to the ship. So when we got back, I wasn't on the ship anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, and everybody's saying
much better.
good luck, you're not going to make it. You sure, dude? You'll quit. Like all this shit. And I'm like, sweet, dude. And I'm just looking at all these guys.
Putting their own
like,
broken dreams on you. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. So, yeah. So
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
I was pumped. I was fucking pumped, dude. Hopped in my silver convertible Z28 Camaro.
yeah.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that was me. And drove cross country, man. And here I am showing up to Bud's, checking in, and like, cool, yeah, awesome. And I'm like, yeah, I've been in the Navy a little bit. I fucking know some shit. So I put on my working whites because I thought they looked cool. And the guy's like, hey, man, I think you're supposed to be in your dress whites. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Sounds good. And I was like, these will work too.
What, to check in?
Yeah. I'm like, these will work too. And
Surprise.
yeah, surprise, surprise. So next day, first day of NDOC or something, I'm in my fucking C&Ts.
The one day you don't want to stand out for sure.
Yeah, I'm in my C&Ts. Everybody's in their whites. And I'm like, fuck, I'm an idiot. And what was his name? Bill Lineman?
Oh yeah, Bill
Yeah.
Lyman.
Dude, fucking hilarious guy.
What year is this?
This was 2003.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so this is 2003, September. And come out, everyone's like, fuck. And I'm just like, yep, I'm sure someone's going to say something to me. But hoping not. Thinking I'm like, oh, look, I look okay, right? No. Immediately singles me out.
We're all white.
Yeah.
I mean, in our whites.
Yeah. So, yeah. He's like, hey, come on over here. What are you doing? And I'm like, fuck. He's like, did you not get the memo? I'm like, I think I made up some stupid ass excuse or something like, hey, I didn't have them or something. I don't fucking remember.
Were you like a PO1, PO2?
Yeah. I know. I was a petty officer, third class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I was a third class. Because I eventually made E5 in Buds.
Okay.
That's like even worse. Like you have rank, like everybody else is like
Right.
either no rank or like, E3 and below, and then you have a petty officer who's in like his C&Ts, his working whites, and like, yeah, I can only imagine Bill Lyman going.
Bunch of ribbons that don't mean shit either, So end up, long story short, he's like, all right, cool. So he's like, you need to write me an essay, and I want you to 100 words, 1,000 words, something ridiculous. I can't remember the number of why it's important to wear your whites to like this kind of thing. And I was
Dress
like,
uniforms.
yeah, and then I
Shit.
think I was like in the zone at least immediately after that or something. And then I was like, yep, I will not do that again.
Yep. Lesson learned.
Yeah. So luckily it was just that, and then I just kept moving on. So
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. What class was that? And how old were you at the time?
I think I just turned 25.
Okay.
And 248.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how'd that go? Is it pretty like uneventful Buds experience, or is it like any crazy things happen there?
Fuck, man. It's a blur a little bit, but we started out with like 120 some people. I think in our class wasn't too huge.
Yeah.
Went through Hell Week, no issues. I felt really great after I figured out how to swim because I was a fucking shitty swimmer. So they partnered me up with like a fucking collegiate swimmer.
Oh, that'll help.
Like that was, yeah, it did actually. Like that was like the key to success
Like,
for me.
kick, bitch.
Yeah, it was like kick, and all I could do was just like, I got to keep up to this guy, and he's just like, hey man,
Just hanging on the buddy line.
Yeah. I always
Dave.
fucking despise those motherfuckers that could like hold a conversation as they're swimming, and you're just like, fucking sound like the Tasmanian devil trying to fucking catch your breath.
like I'm
Jesus
drinking
Christ.
ocean water and puking at the same time, shitting my pants. Like,
It is nuts to me.
Super
Like I grew
fun.
up swimming, kind of, whole life surfing, doing whatever, and never had problems in riptides. And then you get in the water with somebody that was a collegiate swimmer, and it's like, I am putting out max effort right now, and you're just fucking going.
Yeah.
Efficiency matters.
Dude, I was the
It's
same
insane.
way. Yeah, I was the same way. Like I grew up swimming and shit, and like I didn't have any issues passing like the Buds swim test and shit. But then, dude, like DeJarnett fucking was like a collegiate, like Olympic trials, like fucking swimmer. He was I think he was our OIC. And then 198 until we got like some other dude, and the dude was just like a fucking fish, and you're like, holy fuck, man!
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck?
There's a difference, man.
I feel like
sure.
it makes sense too. A lot of the guys that I know coming out of Coronado were all water polo players and lifeguards. And every single one of them right out of high school went straight to Buds and graduated no problem.
Yeah.
And it's just, I feel like water polo and lifeguard sets you up for
I think
success.
just being comfortable in the water, like you don't necessarily have to be like the best fucking swimmer,
Yeah.
but if you can be just comfortable in the water, man, that goes a long way.
Yeah.
Because you're rarely swimming in like perfect water where it's all nice. Like you're always getting splashed in the face with some water or some fucking seaweed or something, dude.
Yeah, definitely getting your shorts drug off playing fucking water polo and
Yep.
shit, or have your fucking head fucking dunked over and over and over and over.
It's like an underwater fight, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you see what they do, and they're like hooking and like pulling you down, and then like an elbow to the face, and it's like, dude, they fight so dirty.
Yeah.
I played water polo once, and I just started throwing fists. And I'm like, I got so pissed. I'm like, fuck, all right, I guess I'm not that great of a swimmer.
Dude, I'm so negative in the water. Like, I've tried playing it before, and I'm like kicking. I see their dudes are just like legs to the side. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. And then I'm just like,
Doing the egg beater, yeah.
like trying to stay above water. I was like a fucking like this in the water. There was no, luckily for fins and the wetsuit, whatever. If it wasn't for that, 2 mile ocean swims,
Yeah.
Not happening.
would have never passed.
Yeah, that's a funny thing. I mean, not to get too far on this, but people don't realize, I didn't realize you spend a lot of time practicing for buds, swimming without fins, but we never swam without fins once in buds. It was always with fins.
Unless you're doing like conditioning work in the pool, you know, you're like getting your ass fucking
Yeah,
handed
but
to you.
even then, you're not really tested on it. It's just
No,
kinda
no,
like
it's just like,
survive, you know?
yeah. It's like a, 7 mile conditioning run. You know, you're like, just don't be in the goon squad,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know where the goon squad was.
Yeah.
Back there in the rear with me.
That was definitely something I figured, not like I figured it out, but when I started in my class, it was like all these collegiate athletes, like fucking studs. And I'm like, shit.
Isn't that an empowering moment, though, when the first one of those guys you see quit? You're like, holy shit, bro. This guy's way better than me at everything.
Yeah.
And he's fucking running for the bell. You're like, wow, maybe I do belong here.
I mean, that's how it goes. I mean, that's how it went for me. I think some of the guys, not to project it on some of them, but some of these dudes that are just naturally gifted athletes, born into it, played sports since they were like this big. They're like, I'm awesome. I've been good at this. They're now on their own with nothing to look back on going like, yeah, I was good at baseball or swimming. And now it's like, now it's all on you.
Adversity has never been a thing, you know.
Exactly. A lot of these guys, they're so naturally talented and so good that they've never had to work that hard to like survive. They just naturally do it. And then when they actually have to work, they're just not used to it yet. We had this dude in my class,
Just one?
Arthur, I think his name was.
It's a small class.
Only one guy.
This guy was a stud, though, man. He was a black dude, but he could fucking swim like a fish, man. He was amazing in the water. He was so good. The instructors had him teaching us how to swim. He was a former like Hawaiian Ironman competitor.
Damn.
Like he was a
Well, dude, that's the
badass.
other thing too. A lot of people don't fucking realize is like when people go, oh, there's like a lot of people just think that SEALs are naturally fucking racist because there's not a lot of black people in the fucking SEAL teams. It's like
the water.
It's the amount of fucking body fat that naturally like black dudes don't have a lot of body fat.
They're just more dense,
and
dude.
so it's like, dude, it's harder
fact.
to fucking swim when you're trying to like stay on top of the fucking water and shit. And
Yeah. It's not. I mean, that's not that's a physiological fact. It's not a racist thing.
it's fucking crazy.
And that's a big part of why there's just less black people in the teams. The ones that are in are fucking, like most of them are fucking really dope dudes though.
Studs.
Super studs. Yeah. And this guy had everything that he could, like, had all the cards stacked for him.
Yeah.
And he was like, didn't even make it 2 Hell Week, man. I was like, what the fuck is?
Oh, this was
fuck
the
is going
swimming
on?
stud?
Yeah, he didn't make
Yeah.
it 2 Hell Week, and he made up some shit about like, oh, my family had some issue, whatever. I'm like, bro, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, that was that moment for me where I was like, I was really surprised. I was like, oh shit, like this guy has no problems doing any of this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm barely hanging on, and this guy just fucking let go. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I can make it.
Yeah, it was always like the loudest guys or the most ridiculous guys or some of the gifted guys that were like the first ones to quit.
Yeah, it was surprising.
And then it's like it was an excuse. I remember specifically one guy, it was like right before Hell Week maybe, or the first couple days of Hell Week. I can't remember which one it was because our Hell Week was fucking ridiculous. It wasn't even a normal Hell Week. But I remember hearing him say afterwards, like, oh, it's not as tough as I thought it was or some shit. I'm like, yeah, you quit though, motherfucker. Like, Jesus.
Apparently it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because our Hell Week, which was crazy, it was right before Thanksgiving. So normal week, Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday we're doing OTBs. So we're doing day and a night OTBs and buds. And so we go out in the day, go out, swim out, come in, do a change out. We did like a couple iterations of that. Chilled for a second, and there was a rumor going around like, hey, Thursday, they're going to start Hell Week because Thanksgiving. We're not going to get a weekend. I was like, whatever. I'm like, by that point, I'm like, you hear all the rumors.
Oh, so your Hell Week was supposed to be the week of Thanksgiving?
Well, it was before. It was before Thanksgiving, but the weekend.
Yeah, but I mean, if it would have fell on, because I mean, I think back then it was still like week 6 or week 5 or right.
Well, it's Sunday. You go in Sunday
Right.
to the room, and then it's all week, and you get secured on Friday.
Right. Yeah, but that week would have been Thanksgiving.
The next week, would have been
Right.
Yeah. So, however it went, rumors start going around. You kind of figure out.
Our listeners are going, wait, what?
Yeah.
Me too.
You figure out like the like buds and like there's a schedule and some other stuff, but it's always subject to change. So Thursday we're doing the day change outs. We swim in, we're chilling. It gets dark and guys like looking up and they're like, "Hey man, look up on the buildings." We're like, "What the fuck?" And you start seeing the chem lights appearing and stacking up on top of the buildings at the beach. I'm like, no fucking way. And we do a night swim out. We swim out, and we're all out there, swimmer pool, and we're looking in. We're like, holy shit! You start seeing these chem lights along the top of the buildings. You start seeing some shit in there, and they're like, dude, it's happening. I'm kind of like, whatever. Swim in, change out, getting our things, and I can't remember the instructor that was doing it, but he's like, all right, guys, come on in, grab your rucks. So we're all wet. We're already soaked, covered in sand, wetsuits in our rucks, and we're going in.
You guys had wetsuits? Just kidding.
I know, right? Well, it was, the normal swimming suits.
I'm joking.
And we start going up to the gate, and all of a sudden, 2 guys come out with 60s and just start dumping blanks.
Oh, shit.
Dude, guys like, oh shit, guys better get in there.
Active shooter!
Yeah, no shit. So it's like fucking Thursday, normal week of fucking getting your shit pushed in, and then there we go, right into Hell Week.
Wow.
Dude, that is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
So
Thursday.
then you guys secured on Friday, obviously.
No.
You're like, dude, that's pretty good. Like one
Hey,
day.
there you go. Hell night, hell day. Yeah, fuck, dude. We got secure. We started with like 85, got 50. It was either 58 or something like that. Guys, we started with Hell Week, and then secured with like 17 or 19 or something
Damn.
like
That's
that.
small.
Yeah.
And then, like they're like, hey, go to your room, eat your fucking pizza, drink your giant Gatorade, put your mattress on the floor. And that's what I did. I just did what I was told.
Yeah.
We got secured, down to the demo pit. It was cool. It was great. And then one guy went to his buddy's house, fell asleep on the couch, missed med checks. Next day, we all mustered up. Everyone was ready to go. And they shit canned him right there.
Wow.
Holy shit, man.
I was like, fuck that, dude.
Like, good job, stupid
Like,
fuck.
Idiot.
All that for nothing.
I was like, all right, see ya. Went to my girlfriend's house and whatever it was. But that guy actually, what's crazy, not funny, but he ended up going back and then ended up showing up to a team that I was on.
He's an admiral now.
Yeah, who knows now? But he showed up to a team on the East Coast
Huh.
No
as,
shit.
as one of my new guys. I was like, hey.
You know, it's funny.
Remember
We had
You
3
made it.
guys.
Yeah.
We had 3 guys quit after Hell Week, like the week after, which is kind of weird. And one of them ended up going back again, and then he was in my 2nd platoon again as a new guy.
Huh.
Or 3rd platoon or something like that. But yeah, dude, people have interesting journeys on this stuff, man. Yeah.
So you can quit and still come back? That's not like an automatic.
Not
like,
anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
it depends
used
on the
to,
cycle. Yeah.
Okay.
Because there was so many fucking. The way to get to buds, no one has ever. It used to be no one ever had the same like pattern or same path. I mean, shit, dude. You were like, how many years have you been in the Navy before you went to buds? Like 4.
Yeah, I mean, I signed my re-enlistment paperwork on
Yeah.
Bud's graduation day.
Yeah. So he's
4 years. Yeah.
4 years in, and then you have other dudes that literally go like straight out of fucking, boot camp, short ass fucking A school, and then straight to buds, and then so, and I know there are dudes like Corman who had a little bit of a faster route back through the pipeline because you'd have dudes that would quit, and they're like, oh, he's a Corman, like fuck it. If you want to come back, we'll send you to Balboa for a year, and you can come back in a year. So there's a bunch of dudes like Greg Vincent did that, and some other dudes that wound up doing that shit. But yeah, it's fucking weird. that they don't need the numbers now because, well,
it's cyclical too. Like sometimes it depends on the command. Like sometimes it's super hard to get back, and sometimes like you just hang out in fucking medical for a little while and then come back. It depends on the personalities. Like
yeah,
there's
honestly,
no
it
real
does.
way.
It's like
Yeah.
how the fucking wind blows sometimes. Like you get some Master Chief that's in a good fucking mood, and he just got fucking laid that morning,
Yeah.
and he's all like, you know what?
I'm gonna be nice
I'm
today.
feeling fucking. I'm feeling good to you, fucking kid. Like,
It's your lucky day.
or the detailers are like, ha, fuck you, asshole.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a wild ride, dude.
But now the way the pipeline is, it's like, dude, you're one and done. It's like because it's so streamlined, and because Buds now is an A school, whereas before, like you'd go to an A school and like Buds was seen more of like
Yeah.
a C school.
Well, it's so much more well known now, and so many more people are trying to get in. There's 2 chicks in fucking training right now. You guys know that?
Yeah, I heard like 377. There's supposed to be 2 chicks that are starting, which
Yeah.
Are they
maybe
dudes?
they already.
Oh, so they're
trained.
guys that were they're now
No,
chicks.
Maybe, but
Like they're real
Trans?
chicks are
Oh,
in there.
shit.
Yeah, so that's a whole other fucking thing.
which that just fucking blows my mind. Not so much that I don't think. I mean, there's fucking chicks that are yoked.
Yeah.
That could definitely make it through the physical portion of it. I look back at my time as an instructor and just go, I mean, just the dick and fart jokes. Like, how the fuck? I'm like, dude, now I got to watch what I say around the fucking, hey, you fucking puss.
possums, possums.
You possums.
You gal, fuck. Like, it'd be like,
You fuckers.
yeah.
How do you make a force like
Yeah.
that? When I got to be like all politically correct.
Well, that's
It's
the
like,
main problem. Is
Yeah.
people are like, well, if they meet the standards, they should be allowed in. Like, you don't understand the culture of the fucking.
Well,
SEAL
dude, not
teams.
only that, but half the
That's your
time during
thing.
training, imagine running to the pit and going to the cage. Half the time,
You're seeing dicks
you're
everywhere.
fucking naked as
Yeah.
a fucking jaybird the whole fucking time.
Always.
Or you're on the beach doing, swimmer scouts or fucking doing log PT, or you're doing, boats on heads, and now you're boat crew 1. Okay, you motherfuckers get over there, nut to butt. Oh wait, no, not nut to butt. Cunt to ass. I mean, what
Yeah,
are we
Front butt to back butt.
Yeah, it's like
clam to caboose. Yeah.
yeah, it's like
I can't pee on you. I'm like, pee on me. No,
Yeah.
not like that. But
so.
Cool.
I mean, obviously, there's shit that's going to change with all that stuff, and just the dynamic. Like,
Yeah.
you can't run around naked anymore.
Well,
which
also,
is
like, what do you get out of that, right? Like, you're not going to better the SEAL things by having
Yeah.
a fucking chick in there. And also, the part that I don't understand is, why would you want to force yourself into, like, I really like this group of people, I want to be a part of it, and they don't want me in there? What the fuck would you want to force yourself into there? And be like,
Dude.
I love and respect you guys so much, I'm going to force myself to be, I'm going to force you guys to accept me. Like,
Yeah.
bro, no, fuck you, dude.
Well, dude, not only that, but I don't know how many deployments I've been on where when they started pushing like the cross-functional teams, and you had, even like CBs coming in that had females, or you'd have an IS that, and dude, you have like one chick in the entire fucking camp of like
Oh, yeah.
60 motherfuckers.
Changes the dynamic, dude.
And now she's getting
100%.
just ran through like a fucking,
And the guys are getting pissed.
Oh,
it's causing
yeah.
drama.
Yep.
like,
and
all
then
kinds of shit,
and then
dude.
next thing you know,
Always drama.
your fucking platoon chief's up for charges of
Yeah.
either sexual, not sexual abuse, but what's the
assault,
like when you,
Fraternization.
misconduct.
no, like when you basically just like, hey, like the chick's getting passed over because somebody made a fucking a
right.
joke about
Yeah.
pussy or whatever, not fraternization, no, whatever. It's like basically the dude misspoke, and now
Harassment.
Yeah,
Something
sexual
like that.
harassment or some shit. Like, you can't say certain shit, which I get it. We're all adults. At some point, you need to know your audience. But, dude, you're like downrange getting after it,
Yeah.
and you happen to have one or two fucking texts, which, dude, most of the time, those chicks talk worse than we do.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
They're
But then
usually
it's
pretty cool.
always like the one time, and you're like,
they're cool until they're unhappy.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that
somebody
I
stops fucking them, then they're like, "Fuck all you."
What? Nobody wants this?
Yeah.
one of the things I fail to understand
Fuck
is like this holier than thou persona that was put behind the FET teams or the female engagement teams. that are being like embedded in order to communicate with the Afghan female women or the Iraqi female women in order to garner information. Because if you're on target and you're doing a DA and Shorts goes down, Katie ain't pulling Shorts out.
No.
And if Katie's the only person to pull Shorts out and Katie goes out there fucking all G.I. Jane, Katie gets schwacked. Now we got 2 people fucking dead on target that we have to now fucking 9-line and do all of this shit. And then on top of that, we had 2 of them my last pump in Afghanistan.
Fucking liability.
It is. And then one of them claimed to be a lesbian, right? And so either way, we took one out and we had to do this river crossing, and like we're holding shit up. We had to waterproof our rucks, and we were doing a fucking click run like up this mountain. So we ended up doing it. So as we go through the river, she ends up falling out. And so now we're carrying her.
This is a chick in your platoon?
She was one of the female engagement teams that we had to take with us.
Yeah.
And I'm like what women are we going to run into? We're doing a fucking recce op here. And so then she ended up actually getting a pretty gnarly infection from like the water that we had to like wade through because of, an open
plumbing.
vaginal canal.
Oh, she had like a cut on her leg or something?
She had a hatchet wound in the front. But then the other one, she was an E5, and she was like an ornery bitch, right? And kept on saying that, she was a lesbian and whatever. Fast forward fucking 6 weeks into the deployment, she's pregnant. And I'm like, how did that happen?
She wasn't that committed.
So,
No.
dude, and our battalion commander, he came out of Ranger Reconnaissance Company.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't about it to begin with. And so, sure as shit, he threw him in there with us. Fast forward probably like 3 months, they went back to Germany to Landstuhl to get treated, and like now this one's pregnant. And I'm like, so now we're losing all these assets that we're forced to read in.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Which no one fucking wanted, and nothing
no one wanted.
Yeah.
And nothing happened out of it.
And the only reason that chick was probably on that op was just so she could have something to put on her fucking fit rep. It's like, oh, I went on this many fucking recce's, and I did. You're like, you're not an asset to anything.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real.
I mean, and not to say that there aren't chicks that it can't do shit,
Right.
but it's like,
Well,
it's like the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to badmouth every woman on the fucking planet, but it's like one of those things where it's like why?
There's a bell curve
Like
for a
fucking
reason.
why?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like, what are we really getting from it? And because people are gonna obviously get in our fucking comments about this. There is a place for women, right? And they do bring a lot of value out that we
In
can't
the
do.
kitchen. No, I'm just kidding.
But they
laundry, dishes.
But they do have a place. But it's like,
Sorry,
dude,
just kidding.
not an operational fucking unit. And what is the benefit of this? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just
There literally
ideological
is
bullshit.
no fucking benefit.
Yeah,
and
no benefit.
and like going back to your point, like I didn't even think about the whole fucking pregnancy aspect. Imagine you get some chick finally makes it through fucking buds.
Yep.
Finally makes it through fucking SQT, gets a fucking bird. She's celebrated as the first female Navy SEAL, gets to a fucking team, 2 years into a fucking, or a year and a half into a workup, finally fucking deploys, and then comes back, well, now I want to have a fucking family. I mean, it ain't like you can't have a chick sign some fucking bullshit that
Say, I'm
says
not gonna have a
obla
kid.
serve that I
Yeah.
can fucking, I'm going to get fixed.
Or it's like, say she's probably going to be an officer, right? And then now she's in charge of something. Now she gets pregnant, has to go. Now that platoon is out an officer, not in a leadership role. Yeah. I don't know, man. There's just so many fucking.
Let's also not negate
negatives.
the fact that, when we're on recce operations, we were up on top of a mountain in an OP for 4.5 weeks. Like straight and like no fucking showers. And so now the cycle is inevitably going to happen. And like, did you pack tampons? What if you don't have any tampons? Now are you fucking bleeding through? And then what if you keep on in too long?
The
And now
bears can smell
you
her.
turn septic.
The Bears, you got to watch out for the Bears. I mean, if you're going to put your best foot forward, and what's more important? Is it the mission? Is it what we're doing? It's like, why do I got to go, train so-and-so that is like not built for it, or there's a real large question about it. But you said, like,
I'm just
who's
surprised
carrying one
this
of
is-
us out of there?
I'm just surprised it's happening. I thought Headsets would have fucking put the fucking boots on that.
And to make my point too, I mean, back in the day I could, but like, I'm not fireman carrying fucking Dave Swarts.
It'd take a couple of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just drag me. Just drag me.
There's guys that can't do that too.
We used to do that shit in my platoon. We would just wrap my legs 7/9 with det cord, and just if I go down, you just blow my legs off. And fucking,
Cut here. Let's go.
yeah. Sorry, Kevin. Somebody grab that leg.
Yeah, we'll get it back on
Might
later.
be able to reattach it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it literally makes no sense. Like overall, like in a whole overarching thing, you look at it and you just go, fucking why? It makes absolutely no sense.
Well, there's a team guy-
operationally. I mean, mentally, it makes zero sense.
There's a team guy who's been a long. He's a civilian instructor over there now as well. I think he's because he.
Talking
came there-
second phase.
I think I don't know where he's at, but he's stayed longer than me. So I think he's now the longest serving
Oh, no
consecutive
shit.
instructor. So he's teaching them, and I had a conversation with him because I kind of called him out in a little forum, and he hit me up. He's like, "William, what the fuck?" I'm like, dude, well, you're literally training chicks for buds. No, I'm not. I just go train, and if people show up, then they show up. I'm like, bro, are you telling me that you go to the range and you shoot, and if some fucking weirdo wacko person comes and you know they're going to shoot up a fucking school, like, I'm just shooting, I'm not training them, I'm just shooting, and they happen to be there and I'm coaching them up. I'm like, bro, you're fucking training chicks for buds, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how you fucking slice it in your own mind, but like, you were training chicks for buds, which in my opinion is a fucking traitor.
I've put on.
Well, if he's a contractor, I mean, what is he gonna do? Like not fucking train?
No, he's not required to do it. It's not part of his job.
Oh.
He's doing it in his off time.
I
I've
thought
been
you meant like he's a contractor at like first phase.
like,
If
no,
you're
no,
like,
shit.
everybody, push-ups, not you bitches.
No, he's in his off time. He goes and trains, and he
yeah,
trains
yeah,
people.
yeah.
He does train guys for buds because he's been there a long time. He knows a lot about it.
Yeah.
And these chicks keep coming. He's like, I just try to mentor everybody and help them. Like, you know what the fuck you're doing, bro.
I've done a few, I've helped run a few different SEAL experience courses.
Yeah.
And you'll get a few different groups. You'll get the younger kids or middle-aged men that are like, hey, I want to go to buds. You'll get some women there. You get some like old dudes that'll, in some cases, that are like 50, 60, even a 7-year-old dude that are crushing these younger kids. I've never heard a woman go like, yeah, I'm trying to go to buds. But some of these kids, just to that point, it's like, they're like, I've been training like 2 or 3 years for this shit.
Yeah.
And then day one in buds, they quit. And it's like, what the fuck?
Well,
Well,
the
also,
other-
you
the
know
other
how
thing-
it is being an instructor too. Like,
Yeah.
if the head shed wants them to go through, they will fucking push
Yeah,
them.
I mean, dude, just like those fucking the first few chicks that made through Ranger School, like
Yeah.
they'd sit and
They
basically
didn't lower the standards.
surveyed the fucking course like 3 or 4 fucking times, and then they're like, okay, you're going through this next school. Like after sitting there watching the fucking course, like
Well-
shadowing the instructor staff, and then like, okay, the next course you're going through.
Well, so what happened with
the
that?
CO's like watching the instructors, like,
Well, no, it was even worse than that.
Yeah.
So 2 of my buddies that I was in recon with in the same platoon, they were RIs during that fucking initial process with the first 2. And they had a 3-star fucking general walking all of their lanes
that's what
with them.
happens. That's exactly what
Yeah,
fucking happens.
And they also made sure that not one of them was a fucking 240 gunner. And they also made sure that like they were helping kind of finagle
Yeah,
this
it's
entire
fucking
process.
favoritism, you know?
I'm like, when was the
Yeah.
last time we had a 3-star general in fucking,
Yeah.
Florida phase?
Yeah, it's like it's like anything else. Like doing the fucking in first phase, inevitably the smallest motherfucker on the Smurf crew is inevitably going to get paired up with the fucking biggest motherfucker from Boat Crew 1, and you're going to do fucking buddy carries.
Yeah.
Not because, well, I mean, inevitably you're going to have to do it in combat at
Yeah.
some point if
It's
you
also
ever
just
have a down man
funny to
drill.
watch.
Yeah, but that's the
did that
thing.
shit to me in
But
Buds.
inevitably, if you have the fucking CO of Buds out there, be like, whoa, what do? You can't put that heavy motherfucker on that
Yeah.
woman's fucking
Yeah.
shoulders. You're like, well,
Why
we
not?
just put him on this fucking
160
short
pound
guy
kid.
from fucking
Yeah.
the
Same
Smurf
weight
crew.
class, yeah.
It's like,
Why not?
yeah, it's and to your question too earlier, you're like figuring that Hegseth would have already put the kibosh on that shit. The only pro I can see to letting some of these women survey this fucking buds is the fact that there's no fucking way if they don't change the standards. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a chick that can make it all the way through training
No, they're just not durable enough.
without bending the rules, without, not to say there's
Yeah.
not chicks that can make some of the fucking standards, but dude,
Yeah.
to be there day in, day
It's the
out.
durability
Yeah,
factor.
not all the way through. Just
Yeah.
like if
Yeah.
you took small
Yeah.
bites of
Yeah,
it.
there's definitely fit chicks that could do well
sure.
in like a full day, maybe a couple days, or even crush certain evolutions. But dude, just the durability factor of being able to like
Yeah.
maintain
Not
and not
getting
just not
injured,
get fucked up
not
that whole
getting-
time
yeah.
is a huge thing. And I just don't think that women are built to
Like, I
to
would
physically
be-
maintain
It's
that.
science.
Yeah.
It's science.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would be curious to see, like, what the first of all, what the effects of, like, I don't know, man.
With all these new bedding apps, I want every woman in a special operations training pipeline now.
There it is.
And I
I'm
want a
going on
draft king on
Kalshi.
this shit.
I'm going on Kalshi right
Kalshi is
now.
on it. Is that how you
Yeah,
say
I want a
it?
draft kings
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah.
PFC Lynch.
No shit.
Yeah. It is fucking
What are
weird,
the
though.
odds?
Yeah, let's take a quick one. Crazy.
Bazinga.
Crazy.
Crazy
Back.
bitches.
We're back.
All right, so we're gonna. Do we have anything left on the bud stuff, or we're gonna move on already?
We're going to stop alienating
Yeah,
our
you
female
didn't really
listeners.
have. You say you didn't really have any fucking issues getting through buds and SQT, and then
I got rolled and stuff though.
oh, what'd you get rolled for?
So, second phase, we were talking about like negative, like people
Yeah,
that
yeah.
like swimming.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
got really good at swimming, probably because in first phase kind of set me up with an Olympic swimmer. So I started keeping up with the top 10.
Oh, cool.
And then we got to second phase, and there goes like pool comp and everything. So I actually didn't have any issues in second phase until we started pool week. And I literally passed pool comp on my third try, but I failed the tread every single time. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, right. So there it is. I failed the tread, passed pool comp, and for me, I had a pretty good reputation in first phase. I put out in Hell Week everything. They give you some like
Yeah,
not stupid shit.
yeah,
They-
meritorious shit.
yeah, something like that. I got to sit by who is the senior chief, the master chief there, man. He was like the scariest fucking dude. Hoffman, maybe.
Oh, Johnny Hoffman.
Hey, whoever it was there was.
Interesting cat.
What's up?
Interesting cat.
Yeah, it was like I didn't know him, but being in buds, all I heard was different stories and like dude fucking shotgun blowing some dude's head. I heard all sorts of crazy shit, but I got to sit up next to him and get a dip, during the what was it, the demo pit or something.
Yeah, yeah.
that's
Because
cool.
they didn't get me off the rope.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
Made it across.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
All
very
right.
painful though, because you're on a rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this, and it's just like fucking trying to get out.
Fucking rope burns all over your
yeah.
fucking arms and shit.
Yeah.
They're
You're
just like shaking on it, trying to pull you
Oh,
out.
there's
yeah.
Dude,
there's
They're
two
jumping
brown
on
shirts
it.
on each
There's
side.
dudes just, yeah, just, it's fucking ridiculous. And they tell the brown shirts, like, if you don't get this motherfucker off here, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're gonna join the
You're gonna
class.
pay the man.
Yeah.
So these motherfuckers are shaking everything
I'm
they've
just
got.
like this though, so they weren't getting me off. Wow, I didn't want them to get me off either. Another circumstance, maybe. But yeah, I mean, second phase. Nothing crazy happened. Like every weekend we go out party, come back, and pool week I failed the tread, and I go in front of a board, and I'm just like, hey, I thought I heard the timer go off because literally my last chance, it was like fucking barely kicking, and I'm like, fuck, time, and I'm like, fuck.
Oh shit.
Hey, he's got some bad advice from one of the instructors, and went to a board, and they're like, yeah, whatever. Why couldn't you just fucking say you put out like fucking so and so? I'm like, you're right, I did. I gave it all I had, and they rolled me to the next class. So
Dude, that sucks. I have to go through all that bullshit again.
Yeah.
We
Which,
didn't even have that in my class.
the tread?
No. With the twin 80s? and the
yeah,
arms that we never
twin
did that.
80s, 12-pound weight bet.
Really?
We didn't do that.
Fucking for 5
You sure?
minutes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You probably did it. You probably just
Blacked
forgot.
out.
It's probably like
Maybe.
no big deal.
I don't
Because
know.
there was
No,
Dude,
I
I
don't
remember.
know.
I think that's what Greg Vincent got rolled for because he was in my class, and I want to say that was 199.
Dude, life saving was the worst thing for me. I was like dying on
Yeah,
that.
that was like first phase.
I mean, if we did it, I don't remember it at all.
yeah,
But I don't think we did
So
it.
after pool comp, everyone was done with pool comp, and then you would all line up in the deep end and get all your shit on. And that was when they would do that test.
I don't think we did it. I don't think we had.
I don't
any
even
major
think it was because
stuff.
when we did. I remember when we did ours. It was. Shit, man. It's hard to even remember back that far, but I think it was. They would do you at different times because it wasn't everybody in there at once. Like it was like, hey, this guy's passed. This guy hasn't passed. Like, hey, get the fuck down here. Because I think you had like 4 chances to pass or some shit maybe or.
Yeah, I don't know. We had no dive tower in our class too, so it might. I don't know what was going on with it, but yeah, I don't think we had that in ours.
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
It was fucking weird.
Yeah, but that happens sometimes, man.
Yeah.
It's like they'll randomly pull some shit out or add some shit in. Well, it's harder to add shit in, but sometimes you can get to pull stuff out for whatever.
I got lucky. I forget how it happened. I don't know if it was with. I think it was maybe with my first class 248, but I ended up rolling into 249. Working the Hell Week, reintegrating in the second phase. But I forget which class it was with, but I'm going up to do the tread, but I just passed pool comp. So it was like my 3rd try on pool comp. So I was like, fuck yeah, I passed. And they were going to do the tread that day, and the guy in front of me got hypoxic. Yeah. And was doing this and just fell out, and they had to save him, and they secured it for the day. So I got to go another day. So I passed pool comp, and I didn't have to worry about the tread.
Yeah.
And then I passed it on my 8th try with the next class.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, too. It's fucking hell of a lot easier passing that shit when you're fresh. Than,
yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Weekends,
and I think
training
that's
on the
how I
weekends.
went up because I remember the tread for me having longer legs and shit wasn't fucking difficult, but I don't remember doing it after pool comp. I remember doing it during pool week. You would do an evolution, and then it was kind of it wasn't like a big thing then. I just remember okay, you get done with ditch and dawn or some shit like that, and then there'd be an instructor in the deep end and be like, oh, okay, hey, you come down here, you just passed this, hey, come down here, you're gonna do the tread, and you do the tread, and they're like, okay, you passed, and it was just meh, which was fucking weird. I don't ever remember it being a big thing after pool comp. Oh, hey, you still have to do that because for us, once you pass pool comp, it was just oh my god, that's huge weight off your shoulders.
I remember that. I remember swimming after we had just got done pool comp, and you gotta swim a couple laps while everybody's fucking off, whatever.
Yeah.
And that was the only time I first thought where I was like, oh shit, I might actually be a Navy SEAL.
I might actually make this
dope.
shit.
Yeah. And I remember just swimming on my thing. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
What's funny is all these butt stories that I'm hearing, I'm still completely unmotivated if I could go back in time to do any of this. I'm like, dude, I will do SFAS or fucking tag selection all day. I'm
yeah,
give me a compass and tell me to go walk with 100 pounds on my back.
It's funny as fuck, too, because, being a Navy SEAL for 20 years, I never have any of these crazy stories about this awesome time, diving underwater because, dude, it's no, you're not a diver. You're a combat swimmer. And you're literally, for fucking years, people are like, oh, what's the deepest you ever dove? I'm all like 25 feet. I'm like, dude, I got a deeper breath hold. I got a deeper breath hold in the dive tower at 60 fucking feet.
Oh shit.
Than on bag diving or
definitely.
Until I did my first platoon in Guam, we did the blue hole dive on open circuit. I mean, up until people are like, wow, you're Navy. What's the deepest you ever dove? I'm like, 20 feet.
That's one of those kind of heritage questions with civilians where it's as a sniper, it's what's your furthest kill? I'm fucking 600 meters. 6
feet.
The deepest I ever dove was when I was going under that fucking tanker in the Glorieta Bay.
Sucking mud.
55 feet, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, so I texted Jeremy Truskin about, I was like, dude, did we do the tread in second phase? I don't remember doing it. He's like, he said, no, so another student died in 217 or 218, so we stopped doing it for a while.
Oh, they aspirated water.
I think it was a beehive. Somebody died in a beehive thing. I think that was first phase.
I've done the fucking beehive.
Yeah. I remember doing that.
the beehive where they
throw the
that's like
floater at
first
you?
phase. They literally, the instructors are like swimming around the outside like sharks. They just keep pushing you in a group, and you just kind of, they're just trying to get you to fucking panic and freak the fuck out. And they're just, and people, dude, it's like people like dunking heads, but dude, if you just go to the bottom, it's kind of like just drown proof. Just sink to the bottom and then come up on the outside, and then the instructors will push you in.
Just don't freak out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
That's all. That's literally all. The rollbacks are the ones who like told us that shit. They're like, dude, this, all you got to do is like, you're gonna get pushed in the middle. You're gonna get fucking dunked. You're gonna get, people are gonna be panicking. Like, dude, just let out all your fucking air. Sink down past all the fucking feet, and then swim out to the outside and come up on the outside, and then the instructors will fucking grab you and push you in, and they just keep trying to push everybody into this fucking beehive.
So that's why we didn't. That's why we didn't have that, because I think they were still going through the safety stand down for that type of
somebody
type of
fucking aspirated water and fucking died or some shit.
At Gavin DeBecker's like Executive Protection Academy, we had to do the beehive in the pool, like fully clothed, and then with a weight belt on to simulate like pistol and mags and like flashlight. And that's when I had Stuart Melville in my class.
So yeah, I think he was in my bud's class.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure.
A little short curly headed guy.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was an option, but we also had another guy in there that was a linebacker for the Bears. And he ended up just going straight down to the bottom. But then also you see everybody panic. And, you know, you're getting tighter and tighter. And you're allowed to take off pieces of clothing after every, like, 5 minutes. And, like, trying to do your buttons when you're already gassed and, like, people are pushing you down. I'm just like, like, there goes this dress for Ross shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But,
That's just
that
pretty
makes
funny.
sense. But, yeah, we had a bunch of guys that ended up having to get taken up on deck and fucking brought back.
Yeah, water's a whole different element, man.
It changes shit. That's for sure.
That's the funny thing too, is like you see all these talking heads on social media, Instagram, fucking Facebook and shit, and it's always fucking hilarious. I don't remember who the guy was, but there was some forum where this guy was like, I'm a former spy with the CIA, and he's talking about how
Andrew Bustamante.
I don't know who he was. Was he like a
Curly-headed guy.
beard, big fucking hair?
Big hair, that guy,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, CAG, they're the top of the top. And, like, they're the ones you call when you need anything
Dude,
done.
some team guy fucked that guy's wife for sure.
Well,
bro.
it's something. It was something fucking crazy. I'm like, dude, obviously, dude, CAG, they're fucking good at what they fucking do.
Yeah.
The team 6 is good at what they do. There's other team. There's SDV1 is really good at what they fucking do. And somebody posted something that like, SEALs can't hold a fucking jock, can't hold CAG's jock, and I'm like, dude, CAG is fucking great until it's time to get in the fucking water.
Yeah, there's a difference.
And there's a reason why there's fucking teams and there's fucking infantry and there's whatever the fuck.
Yeah, both are good. They're not. There's some carryover, but they're not completely
I'm like, but dude, you're not
It's
gonna.
not apples and oranges.
You're not gonna send Delta to go do a fucking hydrographic reconnaissance.
Yeah, or some coming off a boat and climbing up a ship. Like, nah, man, that's a whole different skill set.
It was pretty fucking crazy. I was just like, dude.
Although
And then I find myself, I'm in the middle of like some arguing match on. I'm like, fuck this bullshit.
Yeah, whatever.
Delete.
It's always the people that have no experience in any tactical capacity that hold the biggest opinions.
Yeah,
on shit.
you look at his profile. It's like Jedi at Airsoft Inc. And you're like,
making out with his cat.
Fucking goddamn it! I'm like, I got fucked on that one. I'm like, he sucked me right in.
Jesus Christ.
Like, all
It's
right.
such a rage bait, right?
Yeah.
This
You're like-
motherfucker doesn't know shit.
So let's go into your first deployment and get the fuck out of Buds.
Yeah, buds. Yeah, nothing really.
Where'd you go, team?
Yeah,
Coming
so-
out of SQT.
Yeah, so leaving SQT, I was fortunate enough. We were going through the medical phase of SQT, and we only had like one corpsman. So like, hey, who wants to volunteer? And I was going through this medical class, and they're fucking like, literally, I had no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Like, yeah, your esophagus, and you eat and breathe, and I'm like, I need to know more about this shit. On the unlikely event, I got to help a buddy out. I want to be the guy. Plus, I was stupid, so I got to go to 18 Delta down in Fort Bragg, which also got me.
Oh, you only had one. I thought you mean you only had one corpsman instructor. You only had one corpsman in your class?
Yeah, so they asked for volunteers.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck yeah, I'll go. And I got free fall out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because not many guys at all.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't part
Wasn't
of the
part of the pipeline for a long time.
Absolutely, and that was 2004. So fast forward to 2005, I went to 18 Delta, left there in it was 2005 November. So I actually checked into Team 10 right after Operation Red Wings happened. So
Right on.
that's when I went to the East Coast. So that was a very kind of doom and gloom.
Where was 18 Delta at the time? Was that at Fayetteville?
Bragg,
Yeah. Wow. Fayette Nam.
Yeah.
dude.
That was an interesting
It's a long
time there.
pipeline.
How was that going through as not being a corpsman? Because we just had like Tim Spear went through later in life, and obviously he wasn't a corpsman either. And I mean, the pipeline used to be like, well, you're a corpsman, like you have some medical training, and then you would go to the 18 Delta course, and then you would kind of build on what you already knew. But
Yeah.
as somebody, you're a fucking structural mechanic for a fucking F-18 or F-14 or whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck it
exactly.
was.
And that's kind of how it happened for me. I was kind of dumb, and I had no studying skills at all. Like most of the guys, even nowadays, and some even back then when I went through, like had college degrees, were super smart guys. I'm not saying I wasn't smart, but I had like zero like study skills, and that's what it took there. Hands-on stuff.
Yeah.
I was like top of the class, right? Like fastest clinics, like I got all that stuff, but when it came to the book stuff, I'm sleeping in the classroom.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking weird because like my kids went to a language academy. It was a public school, but we had to lottery them in. But it was kind of fucking weird because like I remember when I was in school, like nobody ever like taught me like how to fucking study, how to apply myself, how to fucking do A, B, C, and D. And I think that was one of the reasons like I didn't really struggle in school. I hated fucking school, and I did the bare fucking minimum just to get by. But I didn't find it challenging at all. I was just like, this is fucking dumb. Like,
Yeah, I just never did homework.
Yeah, but dude, when I was looking, like my kids excelled at being students, and I mean, not to say they're dummies or they're smart. They're not. I don't think they're either. They're probably middle of the road. But dude, it was fucking crazy. Like now, like all three of my kids were like very, like 3.5, 4.0 students.
Wow.
And like now, I mean, like Gavin's in his third year going through like electrical engineering, and he's excelling at SDSU. And then my other son Ethan's at San Jose State, excelling at it's like people are like, "Oh, did your kids ever want to go in the military?" I'm like, dude, I didn't chastise them from doing it, but it was one of those things where I'm like, why? I'm like, for me, like the military was just like some shit I fell back on. Like, well, I hate school. I don't know what else I can fucking do. There's a town of 15,000 people. I'm like, I don't want to fucking hang out here.
Route.
You know? I'm like, what do we be, a garbage man?
That's a testament to you. Like, you've built them a life that they don't have to escape from.
Exactly. Yeah.
I actually same thing. Like I went into the Navy because I was like, I don't know what I want to fucking do with my life.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go to college. And then fast forward to me getting out of the Navy. I mean, this is like recent though, but like I started going to school after.
Yeah.
And going 18,
I did the same thing.
Yeah. And going 18 Delta honestly gave me, I'll just say, some skills and kind of put my mindset back into that like studying thing. So I got a little bit more book conscious of being smart about it, and it just so happened when I got out, I started going to college, and my kids were like at home for like homeschool because of all the COVID shit here.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, they're going to school still, but virtually. But at the same time, like I'm home, full-time student, full-time job. So it actually was just kind of like my kids are excelling right now. My daughter's a straight A student.
Yeah.
Instruments, all self-taught, super motivated school. My son's not too far behind her, but still is a boy, and he has sports on his mind. Yeah. But I was able to kind of show them as well. Like, hey, like I'm going to school, and I finished my undergrad with like a 3.87 or something like that.
Yeah. That's and to your comment, that's one of those fucking things where like if you've never really been not necessarily taught how to fucking study and how to apply yourself, like to learn shit out of a book, because dude, sometimes you have teachers and they're just like, okay, read this, and look up this, and see you on Thursday.
That was my high school, yeah.
And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, teach me something, motherfucker. Like, you know, a lot of people, especially males, learn hands-on shit, seeing shit, repetitive shit.
It's all computers now.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you, I get a full-blown email from, like, my daughter's a freshman, my son's in 5th grade. Like, their teachers and stuff, like, I get emails going, like, here's a lesson plan for the week. And I'm like, am I supposed to teach them this shit? Like, I get more emails from the school than I do anything else.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So 18 Delta, you have any hiccups going through that shit, or like once you figured out?
No, I mean 18 Delta's, you know, down in Fort Bragg, Vietnam. Like every weekend was like a fucking keg party. You know, we had an apartment. Like outside off the base. You know, you're there with like about half dozen team guys at least, and then you make friends with some Rangers and other stuff. So, I mean, that was just like every Saturday we'd roll like the skateboard with a keg on it down to like our apartment complex, like pool, had a sandpit volleyball court, all that stuff. Like that was kind of uneventful, you know, other than like,
It's like Top Gun without the gay stuff.
yeah, without the gay stuff. I will say that. Yeah, I will say that while I was in 18 Delta, there was a moment with like one of the Army dudes there where he like, I don't know if he got the memo or not, but you know, I'm sitting there having everybody at my house, so I have this chick with me that I kind of been dating, and it's, you know, I'll just send it on this is you know, I've had her over multiple times, whatever. We're just in the, you know, we're doing our thing, you know, like a couple or, you know, a guy and a girl would do in there. And, you know, she got her fill, I should say. And she walks out, I'm doing some stuff, and I look outside, and one of the Army dudes was like, or one of the...
Like chatting her up.
Yeah, chatting her up, like off in the cut. And I'm just like, kind of got to the balcony, and I'm looking, and next thing I know, he starts making out with her. I'm just like, guys, come over here, and like everybody's over on the balcony,
snowballing him, dude.
I'm like, hey guys, this is just what happened, right? You know, I gave her a something to.
Yo, how my dick taste?
Yeah, exactly, right? That was kind of a weird and awkward moment, but we were still all friends about it.
Did you nickname him Snowball after that?
I mean, I didn't get a nickname. He sure did. We became closer, I'll tell you that.
That would have been its call sign.
Yeah.
Dude, we had a funny incident. Speaking of that situation, we had I want to say Fort Chaffee or something. Where is it? It's a big ass like Texas bar, like a Disco 2000 or something. Remember
Chaffee's
that?
in Arkansas.
Yeah, Chaffee.
It's one of the
you guys
main,
went out there for like land warfare and stuff.
Yeah, so it's not Red Rooster, but it's if you don't go to Red Rooster, I think it's like Bar 2000 or Club 2000 or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's this country bar, big ass dance floor, and they got this. It looks like an ice rink, right? And then it's got this DJ thing up, so everybody sees the DJ booth. And one of our buddies, so our platoon's out there, fucking tying one on. And most of the dudes are single, so one of the dudes starts like hitting on this chick, right? And he's, she's receptive, so it's going well. They're just kind of making out and hanging out. And then, so she goes, and I guess she knows the DJ. So she goes up to the DJ booth, and our buddy that was making out with her like goes and gets a drink or something. So we see her like go under the fucking desk, and she's giving the fucking DJ a blowjob while he's doing his set.
What a class act.
He doesn't fucking know this, so he comes back with the fucking drinks, and we're like, and then we watch them, and then he goes and makes out with her. We're like, oh, bro,
Jesus Christ,
no,
what a
don't do that.
scandalous bitch.
Dude.
It was pretty skeezy, dude.
That's
Yeah.
so scandalous.
Like making out with chicks, like random ass chicks at a fucking club. You're like,
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I guess I've done worse at a fucking
brothel.
When I'm in my 20s.
You're not supposed to kiss them. I mean,
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy the things
I
that
don't
your
re- I
perspective
don't-
changes now.
Yeah.
These
Well,
days it'd be like, oh, a bar? No.
yeah. Well, it makes me think back. Maybe that chick was like trying to give him like a fuck you to him, like for what he was trying to do, but I still kicked her the fuck out. I'm like, Hey, fuck. I don't know.
That's always kind of weird with whores, and I mean this by the gainfully employed kind where it's legal.
Yeah,
is
sure, of
like there's no foreplay involved, and we kind of have like
The professionals.
a process of intercourse, and you're like, all right, I can't kiss you, I can't go down on you. Like, what do we do? Yeah, how do we get this thing up? like, dude, it's like a diesel engine you got to plug in,
You're a
when it's
professional.
cold.
What do you do here?
Yeah, I mean,
What's your solution?
they all know,
it ain't gonna suck itself.
but like getting a dry hand job ain't gonna work.
What is it, 80s? Shit.
Yeah.
She's a CrossFitter and like on the side, so just like hella calluses.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I used to date a CrossFitter. She had some rough hands, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But her butt was fantastic.
What was his name?
There you go.
Josh Bridges.
Jesus.
She was bigger than Josh.
Yeah, sorry, Josh.
God.
I love you.
Damn, no diss.
No, he's a good dude.
Oh.
All right,
All
where are
right,
we at?
you get out of 18
Yeah.
Delta, you go to Team 10.
Yeah, I was only there for a short time. What the fuck happened there, dude? We went to I went to the, I was only there for a short time before I actually went over to a different team and we got surged forward. But I went to SEER school.
Oh, yeah.
Super fun.
Yeah, and I thought so too. And
Bragg?
What's that?
At
No,
Bragg?
this is up in Maine. And
Yeah.
it was like
Oh, wow.
January.
Yeah.
So dead of winter.
Fuck no.
I'm up there with some
Fuck
guys.
no.
It's me, two new guys.
And it's the fucking stupid Navy SEER school.
Oh yeah,
Which is-
it was. So I had no idea what to expect. I'm like, sweet, I'm not going to eat for a week, and then
You are a Spetsnaz.
yeah, right. And I'm like, all right, I'm not going to eat for a week, whatever. So I go with me, two other new guys, and a second platooner or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it was his second platoon or something like that. So we go there and we all get paired up in these groups, and one of the guys got paired up with a female pilot, and
That was me.
yeah. So I'm like, fuck, dude, how that fucking happen? I got this fucking dork over here, and and we're hiking with these big down sleeping bags, and we got to go build our own little what is it, like our own little hide sites,
little
and go sleep in
lean-tos
them.
and shit.
Yeah, just like a pine tree that's
Yeah.
fell over, and one of the guys gets met up with a female pilot. And I'm like, fuck, dude, wonder what's going to happen with this guy. And somehow the conversation goes, and she's like, yeah, my dad was a team guy or something like that. I'm not going to say any names or
Like,
teams,
oh,
but
sure he
some
was.
people will figure out. And she's like, I know what I got to do here. And I'm just like,
Suck a dick.
well,
I ain't going hungry.
Cross country skiing.
needless to say, one of the fucking other guys, spends a week fucking banging with the fucking pilots
no.
the whole time.
Yeah.
And we're like, motherfucker, dude, how'd this
fucked.
guy luck out? So fast forward till we're at the end when we're done, and it was like one last night, and the other guys found out, and the two platooner found out. and
Gotta
he's
stay
like,
warm, man.
He's like, hey, he comes around us up, except for the one dude, and he's like, hey guys, we're gonna go fuck with so and so. I think he's with that chick or something. We're like, all right, whatever. He's like, you grab a razor, you grab some shaving cream, and I'm like, fuck, what are we doing? I'm like a fucking new guy. This is like my first experience in a platoon. So I'm like, yeah, just tell me what you want me to do.
We got to
right?
shave her bush?
No idea what we're getting into. Go up to the door, knock on the door. Next thing you know, one of the other new guys answer the door. Door wide's open, pussy, right? Just fucking just wafts in our face. And next thing you know, she's in the bed. He's on the ground. We got him like taped
Wait,
up.
is this after the field exercise?
Yeah, this
so they
is after.
showered and everything.
Oh yeah, I mean, this
Sort
is
of.
after the
Yeah.
week went by, and
Okay.
it was like that night that we're out of the field.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I thought it was like post week in the field pussy. I was like, you're going to
Yeah.
smell that.
Swamp donkey.
but you get what was happening, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I might have went too
Mayonnaise
fast.
ass.
Yeah. so next thing you know, we barge in the room, tackle him on the floor, wrap him up, and start pretending to shaving cream all over his fucking head, pretend like we're shaving his eyebrows off and stuff. And she's sitting in the bed just with a blanket over, just giggling and laughing. I'm like, okay, your dad definitely was a
Team guy dog. Dude.
you knew what to do.
I thought you say she was rubbing one out.
I mean, if she would have hiked a leg up and started getting excited, I'd have been like, fuck.
You're next.
Hardcore. You know what I mean? But that was my experience at the team. Came back, some of the other guys heard about some shit we did and beat us on the beach in Virginia Beach for like at least a couple hours. I mean, that was probably the coldest I've ever been. It's snowing. We're in the water. Oof. Like,
Yeah, fuck all that shit,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, dude. People, I mean, Buds is cold for sure. But I've been way colder in the SEAL teams than I was in fucking Buds. Dude.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
There's colder shit than Buds.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, so like I said, that was only a couple months there. Then not funny story. The thing that got me transferred, I'll just say, is my girlfriend at the time. It was New Year's Eve, and we were doing I'm trying to do the typical nice boyfriend thing, and like a bath, some wine, some champagne, setting it up. And beknownst to me, this is something I found out later. She was a fucking closet alcoholic. I think I had an idea about it, but
Cool.
I wasn't sure. Yeah, all right, real cool. We get in an argument. I go to my buddy's house, do some shots, whatever, and I come back. I'm driving my red Camaro SS convertible now because I upgraded in Buds.
Nice work.
Yeah, right. And fucking come around a light, squeeze the tires just a little bit. It's a 6-speed. It happens. Lights right on behind me. I'm like, motherfucker.
Oh, no.
Here I am, new guy at the team, just got my ass beat for some, just whatever reason it was.
Oh, yeah. It's bad time.
Whatever, been at the team for like a month or two. And the guy's like, hey, man, whatever. I'm like, hey, look, this is who I am. Like, whatever.
I'm a Navy SEAL. I'm here to get you out.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't even think I even said that yet. But he's like, hey, man, come sit in the front seat. But I got to take you in. You blew just over or something. I'm like, motherfucker. Because I'm totally chill. I'm not like hammered. I'm just.
You turn that 8 to a 6? Real
Yeah,
quick?
come in. And, but it gets better.
I'll suck your dick.
That would have made things very interesting because he's like, hey, what do you do? I'm like, I'm at Little Creek. And he's like, oh, really? You're at Little Creek. What do you do? I was like, I'm a SEAL. He's like, oh, what team? And I was like, fuck. I'm like, team 10. He's like, who's your platoon chief? So I tell him, he's like, no shit. He's like, I'm supposed to be at his house right now for a New Year's Eve party. He's like, my wife and my kids are there. I'm like, oh, fuck, man.
Oh, shit, is your wife Jenny?
I'm like, oh, fuck, man. Can you please tell him, like, I'm here, what happened? He's like, yeah, whatever, and this, that. We get to the station. I'm cuffed to the fucking bench. I'm
Dude,
just like,
you still wouldn't fucking cut
Yeah,
any
he should
slack
have
after
just
that?
taken you to the party, dude.
I'm like,
I know, right?
dude. So I'm like, I'm fucked. My career's over. I told him what happened. I'm like, this is it. Like, I fucked up. Fucking booze got me again. He comes out, walks over, undoes my cuffs, takes them off, looks at me, was like, hey, man, come on, let's get out of here. And I'm just like,
Your chief or the cop?
the cop.
Oh.
I'm just, sorry, I missed that. I skipped that part. The cop comes over and I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, let's get out of here. I was like, are you serious?
Get me out.
He's like, yeah, come on, hurry up. So it puts me in the car. He's like, hey, man, I'm taking over to your chief's house. You're going to go stay over there.
So we did it.
Like,
That's
yeah.
cool, man.
So he fucking brought me straight to his
Nice.
house, and I'm just like, thank you, fucking sweet
Dude,
Jesus.
lucked out on that
Fuck,
one.
dude.
Holy
Like,
shit.
that was the biggest bullet I
How
think
much lube did you have to put on your lips?
God, there wasn't enough at the station left over. Probably what I would have had to do.
Yeah.
But
So there are cool cops in this world.
dude, man, that
That's
was
good
like
to hear,
a 1
man.
in a million.
Yeah,
like
shit.
I'm supposed to be at his house right now, and I was like, what?
So did you dare ask him to like really set up a good scene when he dropped you off? I
Well-
would have had him like take you in and a full shit show.
I mean, he was cool. Like at first, he's like, man, I'm supposed to be over there right now. So it was like, they were good friends, obviously.
Yeah.
So I walked in, stayed at, he didn't give me too much shit. And then
That's
that was
lucky,
kind of it,
man.
man. Like
Right
that,
on.
they just kind of kept it what it was. And that was probably like the last time in the teams ever
Yeah.
where a DUI was okay.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah,
so,
no shit.
Do they still process a DUI?
No.
Okay.
No, that was done. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't get a ticket. I didn't get
That's
arrested.
cool.
I think I picked up my car in the parking lot the next day, stayed at my chief's house. And then Team 4, like, put in a request for a medic or a guy because one of the dudes in my the platoon that I was going to be in got hurt. So, and he's like, hey, man, you could probably use a good reset. And they sent me over there. And then went over to my platoon over there, and my platoon chief was Mike Day. So,
Oh, yeah.
wow.
yeah, that's
Damn.
who he was.
Shit,
So-
man.
So for those listeners that don't know, who's Mike Day?
So Mike Day was my platoon chief, and in Fallujah, on one of our operations, he got shot probably like a dozen times.
Was this post
No, it's
getting
a-
all stitched
This
up?
2007.
It was a full man.
This is
He
before.
didn't he take 28 rounds from an AK?
Yeah, so I mean, I was supposed to be on the op. I didn't end up going on it, but
Oh, so this is your platoon when he got stitched up.
Yeah, this is my platoon.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
So this is like literally 4 days. I'm going past a bunch of things here. I had been out on ops 2 or 3 nights leading up to it. So I was probably up for a couple days. And my sister platoon chiefs, I'm like going over to the load list, and I'm like, yes, I'm on it. And he's like, what? And he was a fucking joker, my sister platoon chief. And he's like, hey, Mike, you got Dave on this op, man? And I was like, hey, wait a minute. Like, hey, I want to go. Like, I don't want to be. I want to be on the op, right? It's like it was like a half going into a target, going after some guys that had shot down a Marine Corps helicopter.
A half is a helicopter assault force.
Yeah, helicopter assault force. So, anyways, he pulls me off, like whatever. So I do the typical thing, sticking back, working out. It was a turnover op with the incoming team, and
You guys were outgoing?
yeah. So
Oh, fuck,
literally
dude.
4 days later, we're getting on a plane.
Yeah, I thought it was
Going home.
opposite that. I thought when you hear the stories about Mike getting shot up, I thought you guys were the incoming, but you guys are outgoing, which
Yeah.
fucking sucks, dude. Because I mean, you hear all those fucking horror stories about dudes like in everywhere. I mean, even World War II, Vietnam. You're like, yeah, man, this dude was fucking leaving in 2 days, and now he's whatever. But so it sounds like you guys were leaving in like 4 days.
Yeah, it was super shitty. So guys go out. I stay behind. My sister platoon chief. I don't even know if there's anybody else behind other than the guys that were doing some specific training stuff for our partner force. So worked out, laid my head down for a minute while the op was going on. I actually passed out. I got woken up, and my sister platoon chief's like, "Hey Dave, Mike's shot multiple times. Clark Schwedler was who was my mentor in the team, is KIA, and then the guy that took my spot on the op because I was a medic was shot as well. So I'm just like, fuck, dude. And he's like, hey, we're gonna go fly out there, pick up the bodies, or pick up Clarky, and then pick up the Iraqi army dude that passed as well.
Damn.
So I'm literally in the ready room, like getting my shit on, and the whole platoon comes in. And one of our guys, Jimbo, who is like one of the LPOs, covered in fucking blood. Everyone is just like white. They had his kit and everything like that. And I'm just like, hey man, tell me you killed everyone. It's like, yeah, we killed every one of those motherfuckers, like that. I'm like, all right.
Damn.
Fuck
dude.
yeah, man. So anyways,
Was that your first like kind of hoe check situation in the entirety of your service?
my first,
Your first just kind of like gut check.
yeah. That was probably we've been operating the whole deployment, like if not every night, every other night in Fallujah.
Yeah.
Working, embedding with the Marines.
What year?
06?
What year was this?
06 to 07.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a
so-
spicy fucking year.
Yeah.
October 06 to April 2007.
And that was Team 4 because I was with 5 and we were in.
That's right.
We were in
It was
Hobby.
Team 5 was the.
Yeah, we were in Hobby and Ramadi.
I think
Yeah.
we even came out there and did an op with you guys.
Damn, dude.
So the story Mike Day, I got, fuck man, I don't know how many hand me downs the story is, and I'm gonna fuck it up. But for the viewers, and please tell me where I'm wrong with the story here, but the story
Yeah, I
I
can tell
got
you.
is that he went into a room. I think he was either the first guy in or the only guy in, and I think there was 2 guys in, and then he shot one guy. He got shot in the rifles. The rifle isn't working anymore, and he got stitched up a bunch, and then had to shoot the guy with his pistol. But didn't he take like 28 rounds, and like some in his body armor, but some like I don't know the full story. So
Yeah.
what's the full thing?
Yeah. So the way it went is the guys were going up. to the house, and either they were going into the wrong room or they heard them, something. Gunfire came out the window, and that's when the guy that replaced me got shot up in the arm. They went in, and I might
that
be,
would have been you essentially.
yeah, either that or I would have been one of the first guys in. I could have been Mike. I could have been Clarky.
Yeah.
Either way it happened.
Wow.
And I might be missing some details. Like I said, I wasn't there. But the guys went in. Mike went. So it was a room right here and a corner fed. So it was 2 corner fed doors, right? So Mike, Iraqi army guy, went in, gets dumped immediately. Mike goes in, gets shot up, and I think the next couple guy, and then across the room right here adjacent, Clarky, and then another friend of mine went in. Jared Shaw.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Jared Shaw was right there with him.
Yeah.
Same room. Clarky caught a round right to the back of the head, so he was out instantly. Some more gunfire happens, and ultimately the call was to pull out. So the guys pulled out. They're getting ready to drop. They're calling in CAS on it. They're just going to drop the building.
Shit.
And so, like I said, I might have missed a few things in there. And Mike in the room did get shot in his gun. I think he got shot through the buttstock. Something happened with it, and he had part of his thumb or finger hanging off. And you're right, he did have to pull out his pistol and dust the guys in there. I think somewhere in there, maybe a grenade or something went off too.
Wow.
I don't know. But ultimately, the guys are getting ready to call CAS because Mike's radio got shot as well. That's another thing that stopped around.
Yeah.
So he ended up having to crawl over to Clarky, who was still in there as well, but deceased. And had to get on his radio and say, "Hey guys, I'm still in here.
Holy shit.
Don't do anything." So the guys were outside, and I guess some of the other shitheads ran out. And one of the dudes had nods on him, 16, and they just, they obviously did business.
Wow.
So long story short, Mike walked onto the helicopter, got out. They called in the
shit.
QRF. I flew in. Saw Jared. First thing I did is walked up to him, man, gave him the fucking biggest hug. I mean, what do you say to a guy that loses one of his great friends,
Yeah.
too? And, the rest was...
So what happened to Mike?
Mike had, he got shot up, had a colostomy bag for a while. Cool thing is one of the pilots or something passed off. They found a perfect AK round just in the helo in there somewhere. So I had that thing engraved, made a necklace out of it for him.
Damn,
Oh,
that's
shit.
cool.
Yeah, but Mike ended up recovering. Obviously, that was a very tragic incident. And not, I think it's either common knowledge or out there, but not too long ago, within the last year or two, I think Mike had his girlfriend at the time kill herself right in front of him, and then
Shit. I
not
didn't
too
know that
long
piece.
after,
Wow.
Mike took his own life as well.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
I knew he killed himself. I didn't know that piece about the girlfriend in front of him too. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't.
he's got a brother in the teams too, right? Sean?
He was.
Yeah.
He was in the teams. So
Yeah.
he's
dude,
out.
Obviously a lot of fucking,
It's a rough family history.
a lot of
It was.
recovering, a lot of, survivor's guilt, plus all the other fucking shit that you've seen downrange, man. And
Especially the whole time, man. That was, to your point that you were talking about earlier, nonstop. Fallujah, Ramadi, Adabia, all that whole area. And, TTPs are changing all at the same time, but, everything was, the EFPs were, turning cataclysmic. And then, it was just, we're in war a little bit long enough for them to, finally get smart to everything.
yeah.
Yeah, they definitely adapted. I think it was probably the next deployment. They started adapting a lot more to what we were doing, our tactics.
Yeah.
A
lot of barricaded shooters and shit like that.
Yeah,
Or
because when
even
we went
just
back,
dropping fucking buildings on top of people.
right? When we went back, it started. We started doing a lot more of the call out. Different CQB
Dogs.
stuff, dogs. We started getting more and more assets available to us. But after all that, it was a very gloomy return.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, so, but luckily a lot of us stayed in the same troop. Half the dudes went over and, screened, went to better places, did better things. But, we kept that, like, not saying unfortunately, but, we kept that misery going between like 4 or 5 of us that were all really tight.
Yeah.
For the next platoon at least. And it was.
So here's a strong question that I have for you, and this is, relatively intrinsic, is because when I was making my documentary, I was talking about, like, the first chapter in my documentary is called War Animal. And usually guys like us transition into a war animal from naive or vanilla, up until very cataclysmic moments like that. What was the overall, did you guys change as a platoon or a troop going into your next pump? Like, what I'm insinuating, I guess, is because, like, when we take an L, we're not used to taking an L, right? Because we're really good at fucking what we do.
Yeah.
So did you notice that your headspace changed and, like, there was a whole lot of just massive amounts of, like, anger or drinking, or just, like, you just trained harder and better?
It's a few fold on that. Like, we came together and drank a lot more.
Yeah.
Like, and we would be like, here's Clarky, Mike.
Yeah.
And we would celebrate the life a lot more.
Every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, every weekend, every time we went out, it was kind of one of those things, like, it was our moment. But that, I look back at all the things I did on that deployment, like all the DAs, it was all hostage rescue style, hard and fast, blowing down doors and shit. And then I thought about, like, all the things I did, like clearing and doing stuff, and what it made me see. And a lot of the other guys, it just kind of put into focus, like, we train a lot here in these standard houses and other stuff, but when you get over there, you kind of do what's natural. Mm-hmm. But it changed my view a little bit. I won't say it necessarily changed a lot of, like, what we did, but it made people a lot more aware of, like, why are we doing this and how are we going to do it?
Yeah.
Because our next deployment, we were like one of the bastard troops. We went to, like, Europe. We went to UCOM, so we were in, like, Stuttgart, over there with those guys. Some guys went to South America.
Do you feel like that was to give you guys a break mentally?
I don't know. I think it was the rotation, because I think I went into a different. I don't know if I stayed in the same troop. A couple guys left and went into different troops, but it's just how the rotation worked out for us.
Yeah.
So we went to Europe, South America, our troop, and then I eventually ended up back in, like, Baghdad with the guys, because the troop went to Baghdad and was working with the Rangers for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, they're doing a lot of those what do they call it? A RIP?
Where they do like a hybrid, replacing parts. So, yeah, so
we would be like
it
the
called?
assault
Some
force,
Paycom and then
mobility
some
package.
Paycom.
Yeah, they'd have a Paycom platoon go out there for like 3 months.
Just a
and
couple
they
of
would-
guys.
Yeah, we were supposed to do that until we got in trouble in Thailand and kicked out. Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't work.
Yeah, I went out there to Baghdad for like 2 months, re-enlisted.
Yeah.
I was one of the more senior guys as well. Well, not one of the more senior guys. I was, like, on my second platoon.
Yeah.
There were only, like, a couple dudes that had more than 2 platoons there.
Yeah.
In the first place. But it changed stuff out there for sure.
Did it change your thought process going back into the Middle East? Like, were you angrier, or were you just more efficient?
I want to say a little bit of all of it, but I was definitely angry. Like, I was ready to seize any moment where I could lay my revenge upon anybody.
Right.
I didn't, like, do stupid shit, but, like, it made me more vigilant, I think, ready to do it.
Yeah.
Than anything else. So.
Yeah.
Good time for a break?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, 45 to an hour.
Okay.
Be good.
Yeah. So yeah, that was going into that second deployment. I think half it was a vacation in Europe.
Yeah.
But when I was in Baghdad, I experienced something that we train a lot, and we're always talking about CQB and doing that stuff and blue on blues, and like, dude, that was we had no shit like blue on blue, real world.
So for those that don't know, blue on blue in the audience is essentially U.S. partner force on another U.S. partner force.
Yeah,
fratricide
engagement.
yeah.
Was it like
friendly
like,
fire?
Was it like was it different? An army unit or team guy unit, or was it like a partner force, or was it like team guy?
Yeah, so it turned out being team guy, but I didn't think it was at first. So the way it was working there with us is we were working with the Rangers. So for a couple of weeks we would be the assault force.
Yeah.
The other couple of weeks they would be the blocking force.
Yeah.
They would drive. We were rolling in strikers everywhere. So if it wasn't
This in Fallujah?
No, this is in Baghdad.
Baghdad.
Yeah, this is in Baghdad. This is probably like 2008, 2009. So this is our second deployment, or my second platoon. And we had a pretty tight crew of guys that we would roll with. And I had some guys from my platoon that rolled out there as well. Like I said, I'll save the names of the guys that are, and protect the innocent here. But, long story short, we're going on an op. And, as usual, the sniper element, recce element goes and picks a couple of different buildings to climb. Well, most guys in those positions, or even a leadership position, you're monitoring, two different radios. So you're monitoring, hey, what's the assault force doing? Or you're monitoring like, hey, what's the head shed doing, or the C2 element? Or you're monitoring the air, what the air stack's doing and what they're seeing.
Yeah.
So one of our guys, is on the roof with a couple of the Army snipers. So we had a mix. We had a couple of team guys and a couple of Ranger snipers or Army sniper guys.
Yeah.
And, I wasn't exactly aware of where guys were because I'm listening to just the assault net. But as you go to the target, you're scanning, you could see dudes. So we're going up. I see the target building. I see our dudes on top. So I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, I know guys are on top
of the target building.
On top of the target building.
Oh,
yeah.
right on.
So that happens sometimes because there's a roof access normally. Yeah. And we go in the target. I was a breacher, so I always make my way up to the front no matter what to either get in the stack or see what the problem is. I'm also a medic, so I had a medic bag on, but either way, I'm there. Guys are fucking with the gate. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Climb the wall. Dudes are holding security, pop the gate. Next thing you know, we're going to the target. So I'm probably about fifth or sixth in the stack. Dudes go in. There's a small footprint downstairs, then a stairwell. So we go in, guys take the first floor. I'm probably like fourth or fifth on the stairwell, going up, looking. I hear boom, 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 like a double tap. I'm like, fuck yeah. Guys are getting it on. And as I look up, I'm looking through my nods and I see like this just looks like predator blood everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look up and I hear blue, 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 or on the, sorry, go back. I hear Eagles going external. Guys are calling out, hey, we're going up on the roof.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. I hear the shots. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude's got it on in these rooms up there. I make my way up. Well, unfortunately, I had two guys going external up there, and someone was not paying attention and double taps one of our dudes opening the door.
Jesus.
So I walk up. I'm like, motherfucker, dude. Immediately, I didn't know that our guys were on there. I automatically assume it's the other element, the Army element, snipers up there. So I'm in the room working on one of the AOICs. He got shot through his buttstock and then through his forearm right here, just a little bit. And he had like two perfect, like I'm talking
nice little double tap.
I'm talking like the group was like this.
It's good shooting.
On the edge of the plate.
Bad target ID, but
yeah, on the edge of the plate.
Holy shit.
And I could see it right there. I'm like, fuck, it looks worse than it is, but it's not bleeding. It's like superficial. I'm like, fuck, and one of my buddies comes up and I'm like, man, like what the fuck happened? Like who did that? And he's like, it was me. Fuck. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah. But, like just the whole situation is if, guys aren't paying attention or monitoring the wrong things. I think he was monitoring the air freak.
So the dudes that went external, they got shot up by the dudes that were already on the roof, or vice versa?
Yeah. The guys that went to go external just to open the door and do the deconfliction, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're going up there to deconflict.
Right.
Like, it was a planned deconfliction, but if you're not hearing the comms.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not on the net.
If you're not paying attention, but you got the drop on the door.
Yeah.
Great dude, was a solid guy, not trying to like paint him out to be a bad guy or anything.
Yeah,
but,
shit happens.
Unfortunately it did. It's those small things that like steamrolled into like a dude being so pumped up, having the drop on somebody to, double tap your own dudes.
Man, it's lucky he lived, dude. That's awesome.
He did. I mean, he was fine. I mean, he only had like this little scar, but when it happened, it was like kind of like blown out a little bit.
Was it all fatty?
Yeah, whatever. But what they do is they vacuum seal it up or do some weird shit.
Yeah.
And it was just ended up being like this little scar.
Wow.
But
You got a Purple Heart?
Dang.
what's that?
Did you get a Purple Heart?
No. he got a broken heart. But, now this is like, oh, my own fucking guy shot me. Yeah, I mean, he got his fentanyl lollipop and some morphine and a trip. But the guy, my buddy was like, fuck it, I'm gonna come back hard, and I guess you can't. Yeah, he got out after that.
Yeah.
But
God,
unfortunately,
There's been a wouldn't say a handful. There's been a couple of team guy blue on blues.
It's pretty rare. Actually.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
when it happens, it's big.
I know another guy that shot a team guy blue on blue, and after the fact, he got out too. He was like, "Fuck, man."
Is that the one in the cornfield?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's hard to recover from that shit, man. It's one of those fucking cardinal rules. Like, man, it's like, fuck.
It's a go no go in most any environment, but I mean at that time
happens, though,
it's a
sometimes.
millisecond.
Yeah.
A fucking millisecond.
And in fucking war it counts, and I mean, unfortunately, this shit's happened in fucking peacetime and training too, where dudes have smoked our own fucking guy and literally killed dudes in training doing that shit, and it's
it's happened a lot more in training than in
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, one of my training evolutions in Germany, we were doing train up, getting ready to go to Ramadi, and everybody had just come back from like Automia the year prior, and we were doing Bradley gunnery range. And so, have you guys ever heard
what do
of
those things shoot? 30 millimeter?
25 millimeter, but then they also have a 240 coax. So now take a 240 Bravo and triple the cyclic rate. And it's fucking insane. And I don't even remember exactly how this happened, but either way, one of the guys, because like it's fucking pretty elevated. But they were doing their whole like traversing like Bradley gunnery range, and one of the guys walked in front of the coax and just like literally just completely took his fucking head off.
Fuck, dude. Yeah.
But one of the things I wanted to get to is when I was relatively senior and I was in Recce and we were training with the ODAs in 10th group. We were doing this shoot house in Carson. It was a live shoot house. Everything was videotaped, like it was super dialed in, and we ended up taking this room, and I was coming in and they set me up for failure because, it's kind of patterns. I'm like, all right, I know there's going to be an enemy in here. But my first sergeant took his blouse off and put it on top of the dummy that on the prior iteration was an enemy target. And I went in and like, dude, we had to sit in a fucking movie theater and rewatch this after. But I went in and I just went doo-doo, and just fucking shot it twice. And you could just see me like immediately go back to safe and like pull my gun back up. And I just threw my head up because it processed after the 2 rounds were
He was in
already up.
disguise.
And I got my ass hemmed up, but like the level of embarrassment that I had just by shooting a no shoot.
Yeah.
I will say though that remember in the Army, I don't know if you guys had the Navy, but like your rank was like just this little 1-inch square patch on your chest.
yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, and it was like, dude, the tightest shot group like right there, and he's like, fucking stop throwing bets over here, blah blah blah. And I was just like fucking head down or whatever. And then I ended up going to the board after that for promotion, and I walk into the board, and he had it up on another fucking mannequin with his uniform. There's 2 fucking fresh holes in it, and it just rubbing it in his face because he knew it stressed me out. And like I was really bummed, but yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow.
God,
Yeah, I mean, training, that's if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's where it needs to
Tell you what
happen.
though, I never made the mistake again. I might have been slower on the trigger, but I never made that mistake again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's there for.
Yeah, it's heavy stuff.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, they sent they said some things about him sticking around, but they got him out of theaters and sent him all the way back home as fast as they could. And
Was he kind of like bastardized amongst the command after that?
I mean, some guys kind of stuck up for him a little bit at first, and I was like, look, guys, like, there's no reason.
Yeah.
It was I have my opinion, and some other dudes do, and I feel like shit about it because if I was that guy, like I would be fucking totally pissed. But like you have the drop on someone or something in a situation behind a closed door, and you have dudes banging on it or knocking on it. I mean, you gotta have like the essay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
never
fucking
And to know that
situational
you're on
awareness,
the
man.
target building, I mean, if you didn't know you were on the target building, like, all right, something else is going on.
Yeah.
But
That's a good point. Yeah.
it
You
was
have enough
shitty.
indicators.
It was shitty. Luckily, nobody lost their life. Flesh wound, but it, millimeter to the
It's best case scenario.
I can't imagine being that guy making that mistake, dude. Like, holy shit, bro. Like, you must feel so fucking.
Yeah, I was trying to
bad
find the
about
rounds
that.
per minute for that Tim 240 coaxial.
coax.
It's like
Well,
2,200 rounds per minute.
2,200? That's fucking
Yeah.
minigun speed.
We even also had, like, on the backside of the Bradleys, we had this, we called it PFW, port firing weapon. And you could rotate this hole in the back of the Bradley ramp that, like, goes down. You could also do it in the Strikers. And he put it through, and it looks like an M4 without a buttstock, but it still has a buffer tube on it.
Yeah.
And this thing will chew through a 30-round magazine like a minigun. And so all the time, guys would be like lining up for like a RPG shot at the ass end of the Bradley after we're passing down all these alleyways, and they're like coming out, and it was up to the last guy inside the Bradley to like take one of those. And then that was right when I believe they started coming out with the drum mags. So you could get like a 100-round one, but they would always break down. But you just like put that out there, and like there was a little piece of like glass that was probably like 5 inches thick that you could barely like line anything up. But this thing's like, and as long as you were close, you're still gonna hit them.
It's like a laser beam, dude.
Yeah, it was nuts,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
It's literally a minigun.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. This shit's fucking crazy.
So
Just
Dave,
looking it up right now.
after and I only asked because this happened to me, but right after your deployment where you guys took a heavy hit with all the casualties, and you're drinking, you're angry, you're upset, volatile, was there any kind of like bar fight stories or anything that kind of came out of your guys' adventures? Firecrackers in the ass?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think after that deployment and getting tight, I think we were definitely on a mission to burn it down every chance we got. I mean, literally, I would carry around this speaker that I had on that deployment, and I still have it to this day from 2006. Like one of those Apple Hi-Fis. It's like the white rectangle. I don't know if you ever seen one of those.
Yeah, dude, those are old school.
Yeah, still got it.
That
Still
thing's
works.
actually worth a lot of money.
Yeah, it's not in great shape, but it still works.
Seen some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was like you played it it took like 6D batteries, but you can only play it at like top volume for 10 minutes, then it sucks the life out of them. And then it's just like, fuck, it's worthless. So you got to plug it in. But no, it was like, drinking Britney Spears music or some shit, club music, whatever. I'm trying to think of like any. Yeah, the only bar fights that I ever really got into were back at the beach when I would be rolling with some of my other buddies from the other troops, and he like would throw out these like hard words to certain people types, and I'd be like, dude, what the fuck? And next thing you know, we're in a bar fight. But we did. So we were in South America for one of our J sets. We went to man, I don't know if any of you guys ever been there. Have you guys ever been to Panama, like
No.
by the Panama Canal. So Panama has.
I like the song.
Yeah, Panama. Panama has like this jungle warfare training facility that, the East Coast guys, I think, were the South America guys for a very long time.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be like a West Coast thing. But we went down there for jungle warfare training for our own troop. And during the week, we would stay at the camp, which was like in these completely run down, condemned buildings. So there's like you're sleeping on a cot, just hoping you don't die in the middle of the night by some poisonous fucking
Yeah.
spider.
Python.
Yeah, or some python. Like it's like asbestos everywhere, falling from the ceilings. Like I would go around and shoot some birds with pellet guns, and I'd throw them in like the little creek, and you'd come back like 30 minutes later, and there's like all these crabs that have almost like skinned it or defeathered it.
Jesus
It's pretty
Christ,
cool.
dude.
And then you have these
And
like
then you can eat it because it's been plucked.
there'd be like these giant frogs like this big at night. It's not like a cool story, but like one night I was like walked up one and I had this machete, and I was like whack and like fucking lopped the head off the frog. But it just stayed there with just no head. And I like hid because my Jared was like walking down the path with his light. And I'm just like watching, and he's just like, duh. And he's like, what the fuck?
A headless frog.
It's just a headless frog. It was like this
Zombie
big.
frog.
Yeah. My buddy chastised me. He's like, dude, why do you just kill animals when you're younger? Because he was a big hunter, and I didn't hunt yet or anything. I grew up like a punk ass kid in South Euclid, Ohio. So like I would shoot squirrels and birds every chance I got because I didn't grow up around guns or anything until I got in the teams. Anyways, but we would stay at the camp during the week, but on the weekends we'd stay in this like 5-star hotel resort. And Cologne, this like little city of Cologne where all the, women
Yeah.
were at. So every weekend, or I'd at least say one of them, we'd rent, and not rent, but we'd get these like big jacuzzi suites, whatever. Not a really cool like story, bar fights to it. It was pretty simple, but we'd go pick up a gang of friends, and everyone would like go there, and it was just like
Mayhem.
yeah, it was just mayhem, right? We'd go down to the pool. We'd come back. I just remember waking up in the morning in my own room one time, and I go in the bathroom, and I'm like walking in there like, what the fuck? And there are just
Headless frog.
rubbers just all over the fucking walls.
Like used ones just thrown against the wall? Oh my God.
Let's just say housekeeping did not like us
Wow.
at all, man. Like coolers of beer, bottles of booze. I don't know. I didn't have like the real big career of like a lot of bar fighting. I think I've been in like only a couple. Because whenever we're rolling around, it was just like nobody's gonna fuck with us.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, what happened to fucking your platoon, Kevin? You would think the same thing, especially because everybody that was in it always said that you guys were a bunch of fucking giants.
Oh,
I mean,
Well,
other
you still
platoons,
found
other
trouble.
platoons did have like those moments. Don't get me wrong. It was just one of those things that just
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
know.
our platoon, all the 3 platoons I did, I don't think we ever got in any big like platoon brawls, except with each other.
yeah. I was gonna say it's mostly just beating the shit out of one another.
Yeah.
Fucking bouncing fucking shot glasses off of new guys' faces, and you're like, dude, you can't keep doing that.
We
You're
get some
like,
fights
really?
in Guam, but it was like one-on-one stuff. It was never,
I'm
like,
not gonna lie, I would be so fucking mad if like I'd just like get my trident, walk into a platoon, and also and like shot glass just shatters on my forehead, splits
No,
my
they're
fucking
hard.
face open.
They're hard to shatter.
I know they are.
I think we fought each other more than we did other
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think I guess I could call it a fight, but I was working out at Shaw's as a CQB instructor, and we would fucking burn it down, like me and the other instructors, like every night. I mean, it was just a sleep for an hour,
Dude,
drink,
South Haven
teach.
was a fucking
Yeah,
shit
so
show.
we're at one of the bars, and one of the other instructors, we were all partying in the bar. We're with one of his, it was like his old troop, the other dude that was there. It was his old troop or something like that. So dudes are super loyal. We're out there training the troop or the platoon. And we're all inside, chicks, dudes talking, whatever. And we walk out and fucking someone runs in and says, hey, so-and-so's fucking just got in a fight with like 3 dudes. So like 3 of these guys just jumped him. One of them like fucking hit him with a flashlight or something, dude, caved in his orbital socket, all this shit. So next thing you know, we send him to the hospital and I jump in a van and here we go. I start investigating, like we're going from bar to bar trying to hunt these guys down. We never found them. And obviously people
Good
probably,
thing.
Yeah, literally good thing.
dude, hindsight, it was a van with a platoon worth of dudes in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hungry.
There's fucking hell to pay.
Dude,
Well, dude,
like,
that shit. I remember.
could've been worse.
Fuck, dude. This was 2008. I just got back to SEAL Team 5 like a month, like in late 2007, and they threw me in this platoon. Fuck, man. It was. Trying to remember who the platoon. Oh, Mitch Hall was the platoon chief.
Oh yeah.
And dude, we go to Shaw's. That was the very first trip, and I was not saying playing catch up, but I was basically I left SQT. They let me leave early to jump in this platoon because I deployed with this troop downrange to Hobby, or to Habania, and so jumped in 2 troop, and shit, I think Tim Sulik was the OIC, but dude, we go to Shaw's, and it was my first like trip, and we were there for like, I don't even know, we weren't there that long, like maybe a week and a half, and the first day we start teaching combat clearance. Our fucking sister platoon, basically a dude gets fucking shot in the fucking kill house, and that's when Alex Gagne fucking took a round through his, like, went under his armor, like got shot through a fuking wall, and they
shit.
and he bled out, like, I mean, it went right through his fucking heart.
Nothing you can do about that.
Dead as fuck. And dude, I just remember they had his body out on the fucking front lawn, like, because that was the HLZ. They had a life flight come in, and dude, they were fucking working on him, but dude, he was dead.
There's nothing you could do
was
with
that 2009,
2008, January 2008.
Yeah, that's when I was there. We just weren't out there. It was like West Coast.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And
I remember that.
But so then, dude, big stand down, big like training time out.
Yep, shut down
they
Shaw's.
send everybody out there to investigate what happened. So we were like, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, they're like, well, what are we doing? And I think our platoon was in I can't remember if we're in the new house or the fucking range house, but we were literally just hanging out, and they sent a bunch of dudes out to investigate. I think Ed Heiner came out, and I think Todd Vandergriff came out to investigate all the stuff with Warcom or maybe Group, and but there was nothing for us to do. So, dude, literally every day we would just go in at the Fox and Hound, the bar down there, and dude,
Pony.
yeah, a little bit, but mostly, dude, we hit the Fox and Hound, and for the most part,
It's a strip club, by the way.
it was just fucking. It was
Surprised they
just
don't know.
dude, 2 platoons worth of motherfuckers. Just, I mean, it was. Well, yeah, the Pony was a little. It wasn't in South Haven, right? It was a little further out, was it?
I mean, it was like 15 minutes out. You would drive down the road and hit a left, and it would go straight to the Pony.
Yeah,
That was
You
like
can
where
still
we
do
ended.
it blind.
Yeah. We went there every night. We went there every night.
Didn't somebody wreck a fucking van trying to race a train over that? Because you do that hard left.
Oh, that
on the
was
train tracks.
that was in our fucking troop too. That was one of the new guys. Fucking destroys a fucking van, and luckily he
You were in
didn't
the
die.
Dukes of Hazzard,
Yeah, dude,
Dukes of Hazzard platoons.
Yeah, literally. But I just remember talking about fights in South Haven. I just remember like 2 full fucking platoons worth of guys were in there, like just getting after it, and like 2 or 3 shithead locals decided they see somebody in the platoon that didn't look like he belonged, and they kind of start fucking with him. And dude, before you know it, there's like literally like 20 guys
Roadhouse.
that just fucking erupt on these 3 like low, and we're like, hey, motherfucker.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we're like, why are you fucking with this guy?
Yeah.
And he was like one of our new guys.
So the entire bar.
One of our new guys that one of our new guys that didn't drink and that was like really good friends with fucking Alex and was just was there kind of like he didn't want to be alone. He didn't want to drink, but he's like, well, I'm still part of the fucking platoon, and the dude was he was kind of grieving in his own way type shit. And these fucking 3 dudes decide they're gonna fuck with him, dude. And dude, we fucking roll in.
Big mistake.
And dude, we're like,
isn't that the best feeling though? Like it's a very juvenile feeling.
Yeah.
But when you just kind of like look around, you're like, there is nothing in this state right now that could fuck with us.
yeah, oh yeah. And dude, if
That's
you
how you
see,
feel.
and dude, this dude went from like, you got a real pretty mouth, boy, or like, you don't know what bar you just stepped into, to all of a sudden turn around and just seeing a wall of fucking team guy bodies just going, fucking just grabbing this guy by the fucking scruff of his neck. And like,
Listen here.
How dumb do you have to be?
Asking him to leave politely.
I would shit my
and dude,
pants.
all the waitresses and shit were just like, huh. They're like, yeah.
Bill had it coming.
Yeah, you're like,
Finally, he got what he deserved.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
issue
were
a
like,
health warning.
And that's even lucky.
yeah.
Normally it's shattered orbital
Oh
sockets.
yeah, they were like, just
Johnny-
don't. They're like, yeah, just don't kill him.
So I remember Ghani from because I left active duty instructing in 3rd phase in 08.
Yeah.
And then went to SQT. So I think I remember him from. He must have been in Buds in 3rd phase when I was there. But I remember him because he had a really interesting story. He wasn't like super fit, and the guys would kind of. I mean, we're Buds instructors. You're gonna pick on fucking anything.
Yeah, of
and
course.
so he had kind of like man boobs a little bit.
Yeah.
Which, of course, we're making fun of. But then you find out his story, like, but the fucker used to be like 300 pounds,
Yeah.
dude. And then he, like,
And he's of Persian descent.
Yeah.
So after 9/11, he gets both barrels and he grew up in like Las Vegas. His mom, I think he's a single mom raising his kids, and literally was a chunkier kid in high school, and she's literally just getting his shit pushed in after 9/11 because like, hey, you fucking raghead Muslim piece of shit, and then you're like, and the kid's like, like as patriotic as can be,
Yeah,
like
he's a great
his
dude.
family has a huge success story, immigrated from Iran, and phenomenal. And so, anyways, kid decides he's going to be a fucking Navy SEAL, and everybody's like,
Interesting.
okay, fat fuck, sure you are. And it was and the kid started running, and literally, dude, he fucking did it. He fucking made it.
No, he was good, man. I remember being an instructor, and we're kind of like, you make fun of everything. And they're making fun of him, and then we got to hear his story. We're like, bro, fucking good for you, man. Like, that's fucking awesome. It's good. It's so good to, like, see those types of things. And then we're kind of like, then you have a soft spot for the guy. It was like, I didn't know him well enough to really have a conversation with him, but I do remember him.
Yeah.
And when he got shot, I'm like, God damn, bro. It's like, why can't the shitbags ever get shot?
Yeah. Well, he was, and
thought
that
the
was in
same
my
thing.
sister platoon. I didn't really know him that well. I didn't really.
Wait, speaking of shitbags getting shot, you remember the kid that got shot on the range in Ireland that one time? Well, that's a different story.
Which one?
He was like the worst kid. We're about to fucking kick the kid out of fucking training because he sucked that fucking bad.
And he shot himself?
No, then he got shot by an instructor, and they kept him in. Like, motherfucker.
I think I know who that is because he.
Where was this? At Team
It's like
1?
Blue Eyes was his name.
Yeah.
So he came to team. He came to Team
He was
10 while I
fucking
was
terrible,
there,
dude.
and I didn't know him that well, but we fucking shit canned him
shit
there
canned
out
him.
of the teams.
Yeah, we were about to shit can him in training because he was so fucking terrible. And then an instructor was supposed to shoot blanks, ended up shooting fucking loud
Oh,
rounds
this
at
is
him.
an
Jesus.
SQT.
Yeah.
Well, he got a DUI, so he fucking got.
a lot of these problems. A lot of these problems.
That was what
self-correct.
we needed.
Yeah, but speaking
See
of
ya.
like shooting the shitbags, we're kind of like, as soon as we found out the guy who shot him, like who he shot, we're like, well, I mean, if you're gonna shoot anybody in the class, like that's the guy.
Fucking why not?
They give him a Navy Commendation Medal.
Yeah, oh god.
Wait a minute. You got a
Yeah.
comm for shooting a student? Like,
The turquoise heart.
you gotta wait and
no
see.
shit.
Yeah, well, he's this like Native American dude, and like, but he was given so many chances because he's Native American. Like he should have been gone fucking way longer before. Well, we're so close to getting rid of him, and they fucking shot him.
Well, I was on his
crazy,
like little board thing, and he was driving this fucking V12 M3 BMW. And it's like, well, what happened? And he's like, oh, I wasn't really drinking that much, just that and the other. And I'm like, what? And I like see the pictures of the police report. I'm like, well, you jumped a curb and wrecked your BMW. He's like, oh, I just had a glass of wine or something. I was like, all right.
Got firewater, bro.
I was
Good
only
story,
drinking
dude. Good story.
Chardonnay.
Yeah. So that was,
dude.
dude already had a bad rap coming in anyways.
Yeah.
That's why they sent him to the East Coast.
Didn't he catch around like a femur shot?
He got shot in
think
the ass,
so.
right?
Something like that. Yeah, but it was. I mean, there's no good way to get shot.
He wasn't
I guess.
like bleeding
No.
out or anything, right?
No, I think it was pretty stable. It wasn't like.
But
a
I mean,
torso
dude, he got shot with a 46, right? Like a fucking
Yeah.
belt-fed machine gun.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah.
How do you not notice that there's not blanks in that bitch?
Well,
A, there's
that's
no BFA, and B, you can kind of see the pointy
There
end.
was a BFA. It
There
got
was.
blown
Oh,
out.
it just went through it?
And also, the guy who did it did not come clean about it for a while, so that was a whole other fucking issue. So,
Yeah.
God.
The reason
Yeah,
the
that was-
investigation went
yeah,
sideways.
it was not a good look or situation.
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Speaking of BFAs, if you take those off and you still use a blank but a cleaning rod, you now have a crossbow.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Found that out.
You just have another weapon.
Nice bolt.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Check this out.
And if you take like the female end of it and you put that one in, this is actually probably in the James Bond cookbook, but the blank and all the overpressure will like expand it so it actually fits and lands in grooves, so it does kind of like come out of the barrel. And
So all these bad stories start.
Makes it a little more precise. There.
should totally
a little more
try this.
Let's
accurate.
make a crossbow.
I mean, it'll ruin your gun, but it's still fun to try.
Ruin your day.
I mean, if you're using a government issued M4, I mean,
So if you shoot a blank through a
Free,
gun
bro.
with a cleaning
Free
rod,
shit.
is it considered a crossbow? I mean,
No?
yeah, for
No.
hunting purposes, obviously.
I consider it a defunct semi-automatic weapon.
that's fucking crazy.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, but usually it's the good guys that get shot, man. Like it's very rarely like the
Yeah.
turds that you're like.
I remember when we lost my buddy Kim. We have in the Army, I don't know if you guys had this, but it was like a battle roster number, right? So mine was NRBB
Yeah, we did.
for like Nicholas Robert Betts, and then Bravo Company, and then it was your last four. And that's kind of like your identifying number. And we had it all over like sewn on our fucking like in our helmets and all that stuff. Well, their BRN or battle roster number ended up being the same as this other shitbag. And I
The
remember
exact same.
well, except for the last four, but no one knew his fucking last four. We
Oh,
just
right.
knew like, okay, whose first initial is this and whose last initial is this.
Oh, right.
And we're like, there's only two people that this comes out to be. And we're like, there's no way that it's Kim. And like, if it was Knudsen, which I'm just going to fucking dime him out because he's shit back anyways. And also, I'd be shocked if he's still alive.
I know a Knudsen.
But if it was Knudsen, then there's no fucking way. And also, his last name was Knudsen because, dude, I went to his wedding in Germany, and he ended up taking his German wife's last name because he had so many daddy issues.
Whoa.
And so
It wasn't hyphenated, I hope. Jesus
Got a
Christ,
hyphen?
dude.
no, but we were all just like literally, I just remember like crossing fingers, like, please don't let it be Kim, please don't let it be Kim. And then we got back, we fucking pulled Kim's body out, and we ended up finding out it was Kim. And we were like, why the fuck could it have not been Knudsen? I'm like, God damn it, dude. And then Knudsen ended up getting in trouble, and we sent him back to Germany. And this is why we're still deployed, because we were there for 15 months, like the Army does. And so we come back and come to find out that the Polizei have like a arrest warrant for him because he was shooting German nationals with a pellet gun in a ghillie suit right outside of base. And with a pellet gun, he was just like whacking German nationals.
Sounds like a good dude.
Yeah. Super fucking smart.
But he joined the wrong war.
Was he Jewish?
You're about a few centuries late here, or whatever it is. Like, you know,
He's like the
A few
dude from
centuries later.
the dude from
Jesus
Inglourious
Christ.
Bastards, the fucking what is it, the Jew killer?
yeah. Jew bear.
Yeah, the Jew bear.
Jew bear,
Bear
not
Jew.
the Jew killer.
Bear Jew. So.
That'd be opposite.
I mean, I'm a Jew, so I got it. You know.
What?
Yeah.
All right, let's
That's
get out of here.
We got to ask you some questions.
Half Jew, half Jew.
Oh, well,
Damn, man.
I can't complain. I can't really. It's not like I can bash any Jews. My grandfather died in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
He got drunk and fell out of a guard tower.
Serious?
Just kidding. Haven't I told that one before on this show?
I think that was the last episode, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
My neighbor across the street, his last name is Grauerholtz, which is about as German as you can get.
Yeah.
And so he told that same fucking joke to somebody at his work. Who, you know, they're talking about the Holocaust or something. He's like, yeah, my great grandfather died in the Holocaust, and they start going like, wait, what? Grauerholtz? That's not Jewish. He goes, oh no, he got drunk and fell out of a guard tower. Like,
Yeah. Dude, my grandpa actually escaped from a POW camp in Poland.
Oh shit.
It's pretty fucking wild. He made it to like 95 or something like that. I got to find out the whole story sometime. But I was a kid, I wasn't really interested in it. But now I'm like,
oh, of course, yeah. You're like, oh, tell me a story. The one time your grandfather finally kind of
Opened up.
Finally.
and you're like,
His one moment of vulnerability, and Ryan just over there like, all right, sure,
no,
Gramps.
he's a dope dude, man.
wrap it up, Gramps.
I got a great picture of him.
Good story.
He's sitting in a fucking rowboat fishing, and he's got a fucking his old cap on. He's dressed like an old dude, you know. But he's got a smile on his face and a fucking Budweiser in his hand, just laying out. I'm like, dude, that's fucking.
It's a fucking G right there.
Yeah.
I actually, I was going through, for whatever reason, I have all these old slides, and I love it because it's like the last like existing thing that I have from kind of my great grandma and my grandpa. And my grandpa, I think I already told this, but either way, he had all these slides when he was stationed up in Alaska training for the Cold War, and this is right after Korea. And I started going through them the other day when I was just kind of find myself bored on a Sunday. And so I went upstairs and I had like this like slide scanners so you can like put them in and then create them in the JPEGs.
Yeah.
And I started going through probably about 150 of these. And this is like my grandpa like leaning down in like this like GP medium tent, like hovering over a dice game with all these like fucking like all this like greenbacks like, you know, on the concrete floor. And they're all sitting on like ammo crates, like just throwing dice and like just betting, and he just like flexing like this, and it's like this is
awesome,
not
dude.
my grandpa that I remember.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, no matter how far age separates you,
Yeah.
like early times in your military times weren't very different.
Yeah.
Most dudes are very
It's like
similar.
Ashy Larry in the World Series of Dice.
Yeah.
7!
Blowing on him.
So let's get back on track.
Yep.
When did you leave the East Coast?
Yeah. I had a little bit of an incident in about. Yeah, here I'll feed into that real quick. So, man, I had the war crime shit over at Team 2. So after my stint,
Wait, what's the war crime shit?
yeah. So going from, we were talking about Shaw's, I ended up leaving CQC because we were partying too hard one night, going over that blind hill. I think we were all talking about heading to the Pony with a buddy. Luckily, we had a good friends with the SWAT team guys over there in South Haven.
Yeah.
So come over a blind hill. I'm hammered, passed out, and my buddy's driving right into the back of another car. We both left.
Were you
unscathed.
at like training cell or trade
Yeah,
at?
trade
or?
at. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so after my second platoon, I ended over at Trade at and CQB, which is where everyone wanted to be, at Shaw's.
Yeah.
Left there, went to Mobility for a year. And then, what were we talking about? So left there and went to Team 2.
Yeah.
Picked up an LPO spot. No problem. I was about to have, recently married, about to have a baby. That's when I had my first kid, my daughter.
Nice.
So, so we were out on deployment at a VSP site. This is like the whole war crime shit that kind of kicked everything
What's
off.
VSP again?
Village Stability
Okay.
Platform. So basically, we were embedded in a village out in the mountains of Afghanistan. Kalach was a providence or some shit. And
I think we call them VSOs.
Yeah.
Village Stability Ops.
yeah, so that was the deal. We just started doing that. That was like 2010, 2011. Just relieved a SF team, I think is what we did. SF or ODA team, I can't remember. ODA
the
team.
same.
Yeah. Relieved that team out there. So nothing really happened that deployment. Nothing interesting really. Did a bunch of route recce's, village stability bullshit. But we're now fast forward to 2 days where we downgraded the whole site. Vehicles are gone. Most of our ammo is gone. Gear is gone. We have our roof guns, have stuff to sustain ourselves and stay until anything happens. And just sleeping one night. Early in the morning, we had some Army infantry guys attached to us to plus us up out there. Haven't done any real work with them besides getting to know them, doing some stuff out there. And I get woken up. I'm the senior man out there. My chief and my OIC are ready to set up for our next op. So we're going to downgrade there and then patrol in and create a whole new village stability platform or operation up in like Khaki, Afghan, somewhere. I can't remember the names, but we're going to go have some fun, I should say. Get woken up. Dave, there was an explosion at the checkpoint, which was like literally 700 yards, straight line distance. You could kind of see where it was from our site. We had an explosion down there, come out. So I'm thinking like, fuck, diversionary explosion at the checkpoint. We're going to get ambushed, whatever the fuck. Wake everybody up, spin them up. Everyone's in their kit, the gear, man and the guns on the roof. I go out, see the big plume of smoke. I'm like, all right, we need to get our fucking partner force over there. I'm waking up the Terp, go next door, get the guys. So what happened is, when we relieve our guys on watch, it's you wake up, you go down, you relieve the person on watch, and then they leave. Well, what these guys were doing is they were leaving their checkpoint or their post, going to wake up their relief.
Oh, shit.
I mean, they don't know any better. They're like, Afghanis that we've been like, here you go. You're Afghani police now in your neighborhood. Because, it was our deal was to connect them with their local governments and create their own kind of like ecosystem. Anyways, get the guys over. They're like, hey, checkpoint got blown up. So I guess what happened was a guy went to get his relief. Shithead in the bazaar there, which is just a shitty mud huts that people sell cigarettes and whatever bullshit out of, and went to go get his relief. Shithead comes over, puts an IED in the fucking checkpoint. Guy walks down, boom.
Wow.
Blows his ass up.
Clacks it off.
Yeah. So long story short, they bring some dudes in from the bazaar wearing all black, look different. Nobody knows them. They're ready to like fucking just murder these guys because they're like, these are the bad guys. They did it. We don't know these dudes. They're from out of town passing through or some shit. But we're like, hey, we're going to do some battlefield interrogation, help them kind of figure some shit out. Find out if there's going to be a follow-on attack, if there's anything else going on. So long story short, they got some guys up there outside of the compound questioning them, this, that, and the other. Some of the Army guys that were with us, were watching, ultimately came up with their own conclusion about what we were doing, how we were conducting things. Yeah. And beknownst to us, they're making comms with their head shed and stuff saying like, hey, the SEALs are, detainee abuse. They're doing all this shit. They're in fear of getting trouble. And, I didn't know any of that. Nobody did anything. I did a little debrief. Hey, does anybody have any questions? Because ultimately what came out of it is those guys were bad. The partner force dudes wanted us to drive them, go with them and turn them into their
PD,
police station. Yeah, whatever. And we're like, we're not going anywhere. We don't have any Humvees. We're leaving in 2 days. Try not to just say that out loud. But obviously they kind of got that. Like, hey, this is yours now. Yeah. Take over the giant compound we built for you.
Yeah.
And so 2 days later, we fly in to our main camp, back to Tarankout or something. I forget the name of the place where we went. I could be mixing up the names. And they're like, hey, we get back.
Durka.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
Durka stand. So we get back, go into our tent. Everybody, D-jocks, gets their little beds set up, all their stuff. Guys go work out. I went and worked out, ate dinner. Next thing you know, guys start coming around going, hey, everybody's got to muster up in the tent. The XO, and everybody wants to talk to us. So I'm thinking like, sweet, on to the next mission.
Yeah.
Maybe we're getting some spot awards or some shit. Like
pep talk, we're going to get a steak and lobster dinner.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. And then my AOIC goes, he's like, hey, Dave, he's like, I think the Army dudes, because those guys were gone. All their gear was gone out of our tent, everything. I'm like, hey, man, I think the guys, not to paint Army guys or Army in a bad name, but those guys were gone. And he's like, hey, I think those guys kind of said we were doing some bad shit or something. I forget like how the conversation went. I was like,
They ratted you out, Dave.
straight up.
Do you remember what unit it was?
No.
What their patch looked like on their left arm?
I don't.
No.
No, I don't. I wish I could. I know some names. I know some names of the guys, or at least last names, but dude, we integrated those guys in because they were going to just sit on the camp the whole time.
What this sounds like to me is it sounds like a fucking pogue-ass MP unit that got caught up with this said IED, and nothing makes its way to the top by a fucking E6 or an E7. It's going to be a fucking 03 or an 04. And then they didn't want to fucking take the blame for it and have to answer to hires, so they just threw it on you guys.
Yeah, they're all enlisted guys with us.
Every one of them?
Yeah, every one of them. There's like about 6 of them.
Wow. Okay.
So there was a couple E5s, and then there was one E6.
Interesting.
But that was like my dude because I was the LPO. So me and him talked all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, hey, we brought him in the fold.
Yeah.
They didn't understand maybe our tactics or what we did.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. We still normally only listen to you guys.
Yeah, but you know, you would ask questions, especially if they were bad ones. Like,
Yeah.
hey, man, like I saw this. What happened?
Yeah.
Well, the other thing too is like when you're doing a battlefield interrogation too, and you have partner force guys. At least when we did our shit, I mean, a lot of times, especially doing turnover shit with cops versus with military, because like you said, dude, working in Iraq primarily, you would have Iraqi army dudes, but those are dudes that are pulled from all over the fucking country. They have no community pride in doing what the fuck they're wanting to do. But in Basra, we had cops, and it was dudes from Basra that were like, hey, this is your fucking community, and this is you're gonna take custody of this shit, this fucking giant shit sandwich when we fucking leave. So the dudes, you know, we try to enable those guys to have a little bit more fucking community outreach and a little more pride of ownership. And same type of shit though. Anytime we're doing some kind of battlefield interrogation, we would have their fucking OIC go and do the interrogation. And yeah, we were sitting there watching them, but dude, sometimes those cats got a little fucking handsy, and you'd have to be like, hey, look, listen to what the dude has to say. And obviously we're speaking through the turret, but you know, don't butt stroke the guy in the fucking teeth before you ask him any fucking questions. Shit. But yeah, these dudes would get a little fucking handsy, but it's like one of those things like, look, man, it's an Iraqi interrogating a fucking Iraqi. Like, we're fucking hands off this shit. And yeah, you still have a responsibility to go, hey, look, don't do A, B, C, and D. But then at the same time, if we had an EMP battalion with us that was going, oh, that's fucked up. I'm like, yeah, we fucking handled it.
Yeah.
So
we didn't execute the fucking guy at point blank range.
Cut his ears off or something.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
so that was the thing is the Army guys in that situation weren't involved at all. They were on the compound, on the roof, watching, and we were out there, with the dudes. Once we kind of established, like, all right, there's no real threat, or at least we assessed not to be. And obviously, all the locals there are like coming in, hitting these dudes with shit, trying to come over, take their souls, all that shit. Like, they wanted to fucking murder these dudes.
Stone them to death.
Yeah, so we're stopping that. So we're in the mix.
Yeah.
So we get back to the camp, all the stuff like I said, and we walk in the tent, Exo's in there. Next thing you know, they take all of our sensitive items, our guns, our radios, from the platoon. They single out 4 of us, me, the AOIC, and 2 other dudes, because we were the ones that were most involved with all the questioning and everything. And long story short, I mean, I was about to get medevac too, because I fucking fucked my back up like that bad. So I didn't get medevac, which is stupid because I lost a bunch of benefits and all this other shit from it. But I wanted to be with my guys.
Yeah.
So we spent like 2 to 3 weeks in a tent. They're like, hey, you're going to Commodore's Mass, maybe court-martial, all the above.
Dude, that's so fucked.
Yeah,
you guys are sitting in isolation, literally like waiting to get fucking your shit
exactly,
pushed in.
while the rest of the platoon is in other tents getting ready to go back out in the field.
This is just off of like hearsay from a totally different unit and different branch?
Well, I mean, like I said, we had dudes with us, integrated, staying in our compound with us. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere. in Afghanistan. So we're not close to a main base, but now we are back at a main base.
On behalf of the Army, I apologize.
Yeah.
Well, it's just crazy. Like, these guys say something about it, and then the command is immediately like, "Oh yeah, it must be true. Fuck these guys."
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it went. Is like the CO was like, whatever, like fuck it. And mind you, when we came back, the group 2, what was it? It was either Warcom. No, it was Group 2, Commodore,
Yeah.
and the CMC were there just at the same time. And I'll leave their names out of it because, they are who they are. The actual CMC, actually with our CMC, came in and started talking to us about it. They didn't make any accusations. They kind of wanted to understand the situation. They didn't want to talk about it, though, because of the legalities. But needless to say, no one did us any favors or anything like that. And we all got sent back like 3 weeks later. And then went through the process. CO wrote a letter trying to burn us the fuck down. Nobody was like, hey, they wanted to let the process play out.
Like no JAG investigation or anything?
No,
They're just
there
like, oh,
was.
fuck it.
That all happened after the fact.
Yeah.
So everybody said what they had to say.
Guilty till proven
Make
innocent type
statements.
thing.
None of our guys or Navy guys, support guys, said anything. They said the story of what they saw.
Yeah.
And obviously all of our stories lined up. And the DRB was all the Master Chief, all the CMCs on the East Coast. And like a senior chief or two. So needless to say, we did our thing, went through it. We got exonerated from the accusations. But basically they're like, hey, you didn't do a hot wash. And I was like, you're fucking right. I should have really broke down what happened, explained what we were doing a lot more, and asked more questions. But instead, we all just kind of met up after that and were like, hey, anybody got anything?
Yeah.
I don't know. And that was that from that, exonerated, and that's when I moved on to Team 10 and took over like an ops role. And then ultimately goes back to what you originally asked of like what brought me out to the West Coast, I think, is I was the platoon chief now of a platoon at Team 10, and we're about halfway through workup, and got a kid, everything's good, and we're going into a dive trip, and we jump in to Key West on a Thursday, right? So
That sucks.
dive trip with I got a picture of us all standing with our shirts off in front of like a C2, the carrier bird, whatever.
On Duval Street. Like,
We're on that airfield right there, that Marine airfield or something in Key West. I don't know.
Yeah,
We're jumping in.
yeah.
I'm watching
Naval Air Station Key West. Right
yeah,
there.
I'm watching F-18s taxiing and shit, just coming in, and I find the only fucking puddle on the fucking field and land in it, which is great. But guys pull up the vans, cigars and beers. It was fucking like the coolest thing. I'm like, fuck yeah, this weekend's gonna be great because we don't start till Monday. And then it was like a day or two later because we were the Advon. The rest of the troop came in, so it was cool. But yeah, what made me leave the team and decide to go to the West Coast was I just happened to get on a Saturday night. We're going out. I go to like one of the bars of the pool there. I forget the name of the place, man, but started drinking, man. Started having a good time. I think at one point I ripped the head off of a sex doll they had thrown around the fucking thing. One of the bouncers is like, hey, you need to get this guy out of here. And meanwhile, I'm like, where is everybody? Where are you guys? And they're like riding jet skis and shit. But my OIC, I met him at some point and we just had a disagreement. And he was kind of like, stay in your room. And I'm like, no.
Get fucked.
Like,
Was it Dante's?
yeah, Dante's. Yeah, that's what it was.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Dante's on a Saturday, which was a great time. We were just hanging out, having beers and doing shots, and then shit just got a little sideways. Nothing crazy. Went back, had some shit talk to me, and I was like, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. And I wasn't like completely hammered, so I kind of sat it off for a little bit, and then went back out at night to see what the guys were doing. And saw the OIC again, my OIC. And I think the mistake there was I didn't really build that relationship with him that I should have.
Yeah.
To where it was like I was worried about the boys, not being like the chief OIC relationship thing. And he went and just straight told on me and just kind of like was like, hey, Dave's doing this and that. My troop chief wasn't in town. He was re-enlisting overseas. So it was just the OIC, me, and I think the troop commander had just came in. So the next morning I went around kind of doing my little apologies to a couple guys, like, hey, if I was out of line or whatever. And then him and the OIC and troop commander came in and were like, hey, we told on you. We went back to the command and you're going home. So, yeah, it was definitely.
Which fucking sucks because your troop, not having a troop chief there, obviously you've got no top cover, but hopefully your CMC or Ops Master Chief had at least some balls that, no.
Nah. I mean, it was kind of one of those things where it was like, if he would have came to me the next day and been like, hey, man, that shit last night, fucking no way. Like, you got to be better around the boys, this, that, and the other. I think that would have made it stronger of a relationship between us. I mean, it's my fault, right? I'm the one acting like a fucking idiot or I was the one out. But it was that moment where we could have had something way stronger and better because we were one of the top platoons in the team. Like, I don't care. I'm confident to say that. Like, we were crushing it. We were doing very well.
Yeah.
We had a lot of great dudes, like a lot of good dudes. But yeah, man. And I went back, and because of the shit that happened previously with the war crime shit that we got out of, they were quick to just do the paperwork on me, take me to captain's mass. They didn't bust me down. They didn't do anything, but they did the paperwork to where like they would prevent me to gain rank. So, but I stuck around, did an ops role for a little bit, did all their deployment, FTXs, all the stuff at the end at the end of workup. And then, my wife's like, hey, do you want to move coasts? Like, because her family is from Alaska.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, I'll be closer to my family. We're trying to like retire in Alaska, maybe do that Kodiak billet out there.
Yeah.
So needless to say, that's kind of what made me pull the trigger on leaving the East Coast and coming out west.
The West Coast is a good place. You guys want to take a quick break?
We just do that just so we can sync the video with the audio. So this is all the audio goes into this.
Oh, check.
This board.
All right.
And
we
then,
clapped in?
Yeah, we're good.
Sweet. Officially clapped in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nick had to take off. He's got a lot of work on his plate, so he's going to take
Speaking
off.
of the clap.
Of course. Jesus. Did I tell you about the time I got a chick pregnant? Clap was definitely the reason.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Shit.
The whole when you're talking about coming to Team 5 and then going to trade it inevitably. I don't know what it is about the West Coast or the teams in general, because I mean, I know a ton of dudes that get a fucking nasty taste in their mouth sometimes, and inevitably every team guy is gonna get something to that level. Not to say we don't do it to our fucking selves.
Yeah,
we definitely. I mean, I own a lot of culpability in doing stupid fucking shit, but I mean, it's part of the fun, and
happens.
it's like how we were brought up. Like,
I mean,
dude,
grew up in the military,
Yeah.
man. I grew up in the teams.
I mean, dude, in
shit.
Buds, we literally sing stories about drinking, fighting, and fucking, and doing stupid shit.
It's part of the legacy since World War II. Like it's just young frogman shit.
Yeah,
or young military guy shit.
Yeah, I mean, since the fucking dawn of military, it's like.
Since we're throwing stones at each other, bro.
Yeah, it's literally
the way
like,
it's gonna be, dude.
I mean, that incident of me fucking up on, stacking on on top of a few other times of fucking up and going, fuck, this is it for me.
Yeah.
I think that was like the click in my head of like, all right, if I'm going to grow up, I need to fucking grow up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta have that moment.
Yeah.
Man.
I had one of those where I finally made fucking chief, but it was literally, I mean, dude, I sat in the penalty box for 5 fucking years. After, doing platoon after platoon after platoon, I did 4 platoon LPOs.
4.
And to the point where, my second one was the platoon that got disbanded, and then I did 2 more. I did I went to SQT and deployed while I was at SQT, and then came back and did 2 more platoons and was the LPO of both of those platoons. And it was like one of those things where I'm like, dude, you know, the best chance of me, at least for me, I thought the best chance for me to make fucking chief and to salvage something out of this shit, because I had been in over 10 years at that point, and I was like, well, fuck, man, I might as well stay till 20 and get something out of this. And I was like, you know, the best chance for me to make chief, it was to keep doing fucking platoons, because there's a lot of dudes who are like, man, you should say fuck it, man. You did another platoon LPO, like go to command, or, you know, go to shore duty. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, if I go to shore duty and then don't pick up fucking chief, now I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Because if you go to shore, and a lot of times too, you know, up to that point, after stepping on my fucking dick with this one platoon getting disbanded, they gave me a promotable. And so I'm like, that's a fucking nail in the coffin. Fuck. So then I had come back and literally like 5 EPs in a row, like early promote. And dude, the first LPO I did after SQT, I came back, I did the platoon I was telling you about we were sister platoons when Alex Gagne fucking passed away. So I was that, you know, we went to Bajra, deployed down there, did some good shit. And dude, I was literally sailor of the fucking year at SEAL Team 5. And I had every fucking qual. I'd gotten my bachelor's degree at SQT. I was a fucking static line and military free fall jump master. I was a dive soup. I was the RSO. I was telling you the stories about being the RSO and coming back to Team 5. I had every fucking RSO supervisory qual. I literally had master chiefs and warrant officers going, hey, can you sign off my mobility RSO shit? Because nobody else had done some of that shit, you know? So literally every supervisory qual, and then the fucking results come out and I don't pick up chief.
Holy
I'm like,
shit, man. What
I'm
more
sitting there
could you
going,
possibly
whose
do?
fucking dick do I have to suck?
Yeah.
And so, dude, literally after that deployment, I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to do another fucking platoon. So stay in Charlie platoon.
Did they give you a reason why, or like hey, here's the path forward or anything?
They were like, well, you
go up against all the other do we have our own raid at that point?
Yeah. This was in, what year was this? This was in 2009.
I mean, it's the Master Chief board. It's the board.
Yeah, it's our board.
Yeah.
And so literally they're like, well, that one promotable and the write-up they gave you for the platoon being disbanded, I mean, they basically put everything on me. They're like, oh, this guy. So they're like, yeah, that one promotable is keeping you from. I'm like, dude, I got 4 EPs.
And
sail of the year.
Sail of the year.
I was a runner-up at Group 1 for Sail of the Year.
Oh, shit.
So it was Marco Sabaro got Sail of the Year, I was I was right under him. And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? Whose
more do you
dick
do?
do I have to suck? And so, but then, of course, then the next time comes around and I pick up because I had another EP. So now I have 5 EPs. But then they pin on fucking E7 on me, and then we deploy. I'm like, great. So now I'm deploying as a glorified, you know, LPO plus.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, I want to stay at Team 5. I want to do my platoon chief. And they're like, nope, you're too junior. I'm like, dude, you motherfuckers. And of course, I should have stayed and did like an ops chief, but I had too much pride. That was my 9th fucking platoon.
Yeah, man, that's a lot.
And they're like, well, we want you to go to 3rd phase. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking going to 3rd phase. I was wrong. I went to 3rd phase.
I mean, dude, I made E6 in my first platoon. So then I was like all the leadership courses.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because I picked up E5 literally right before my first platoon. And then I picked up E6 in like my 3rd platoon. But dude, I was in E6 for like 11 fucking years.
That's crazy.
I picked up chief at 18.
I mean, some people would prefer that.
Oh, yeah.
You know
I mean, I look back on the career I had. I'm like, dude, I had a phenomenal. I mean, dude, nobody does 9 platoons now where you're just operating.
You do 3 maybe
just
if you're
getting
lucky.
after it. You know, like 5 deployments to Iraq where I'm like, dude, this was fucking fun. As an E6 or below, I don't mean like going to Iraq and like, I'm a Master Chief. And like,
Yeah.
get the fuck back in the talk, Master Chief. You're not doing anything.
Dude, we had my last deployment, man. We had fucking Master Chiefs, Team Master Chief, Ops Master Chief, Group Master Chief, all out on the front line of troops with us, like fucking mortars, rockets, hitting ISIS dudes.
Nice.
That was their probably last
Last
Yeah,
hurrah right there.
hoorah moment on
Yeah.
there. Like fucking, we had the RWS systems on the MATVs, dude, just fucking hammering dudes. So
That's
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. Like when you see, you see the careers that some Master Chiefs had, like after Vietnam and shit, and like dudes literally did 20 years or 30 years in some cases, and never really got to go to combat. You know,
There's nothing to do.
Yeah,
It's super rare back then.
Shit, man.
Yeah. So you got. So we talked about the team stuff, and then. So how is your family life at this point? Like the kids are growing up, and then you're kind of figuring out like what you want to do with like staying in, getting out. Like how are you weighing these decisions?
Yeah, I mean my last pump there when I kind of stepped on my dick when I did step on my dick, I should say, at Team 10. We made the decision. That was rough.
Yeah,
like, before
move
that,
coast.
and then so when I went to Team 10 after Team 2 and all that shit went away, like that was hard on us.
yeah.
I mean, I left my daughter and she hadn't even walked yet. So it was like married, got the kid, moved into a brand new house in December and deployed in January, gone for 6 months, come back with the war crime bullshit, make it through that, jumping right back into an ops role at Team 10, deployed, back-to-back deployment.
Yeah.
I'm out there for 2 months. My wife sends a Red Cross message, that her, like stepdad, he's a bit of a drinker, great guy, great man, out back with his bulldozer in Alaska building a dirt bike course for his grandson.
Yeah.
Right in front of him, coming down, digging it, blade of the bulldozer, digs into the ground, bucks him off in front of it, rights itself and runs him over. I'm like, fuck, dude. So it's like the hit kept coming.
Yeah.
Come back, deal with that, go right up into a platoon chief spot after they come back from deployment, step on my dick. Again, so I'm just in this, mostly my fault, some of the shit. So that was like the moment of like, hey, let's, and by the way, while I'm at Team 10, my wife's pregnant with my son now.
Yeah.
So my daughter's 4, about almost 4 years later, has my son, and then we move to the West Coast when he's about 1.
Wow.
So
Damn. That's
fresh
rough.
start, go to Team 5. I get an ops chief role, which was great.
What year was this?
That's 2015. Yeah. 2015,
Nice.
Go there. Jason's the CMC, Beef's the CO. I'm like, hey, this is me. I fucking had an incident. My fault. Bullshit. Luckily my reputation as an operator was still intact from that. And they're like, hey, we're bringing you in. We don't give a, what happened there was
Clean
there.
slate.
Your reputation's starting new here on the West Coast. And it was like probably 2 months right before ULT was starting. One of the platoon chiefs got himself removed. So boom, right in back into a platoon chief role.
That's awesome.
So that was my last platoon. And then that's when I was talking to you guys about I'm out on deployment.
Dude, what platoon was that?
Charlie platoon.
Oh, okay. Because my cousin was in Foxtrot, Gallimore,
Okay. I think
Ben Gallimore.
the name sounds familiar, maybe.
He was on the show.
Yeah.
Too, yeah.
Was he? Cool. Yeah. So not to drag it on a lot more, but everything went great with the platoon. We're on deployment. Actually, I don't want to skip over this, but I would say probably one of the fucking coolest and most patriotic things as a SEAL that I've ever done happened on that deployment. 2 months into it, we're in, I think it's TK or some base there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't remember it, but my memory's horrible, like everyone else's,
Yep.
I think. And we have our, like, we'll call him special activities guy.
Yep.
is running some sources doing shit, and he's like, "Hey, Dave, I need to talk to you." I'm like, "Sure, I'm the platoon chief there, right?" And he's like, "Hey, man, I got this guy in town that said he has, he knows someone that has the body of a pilot, American pilot."
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, "Yeah, I did some research. And the only pilot that's still missing in action was this guy, Major Troy Gilbert, F-16 pilot in the Air Force." I was like, "No shit."
Was this Spiker?
What?
Was this Spiker?
No.
Okay.
No, we're at like the main base in Iraq.
Yeah.
We're not in Baghdad, but we're in like the other big days. I think it's called TK, right? Terran Cowd or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, it's run by Marines at that point.
Yeah.
So this is when all the ISIS shit was going down in 2016. And I'm like,
It's like out west by like Al Assad and all that
yeah,
shit.
maybe something like that. Like I said, I can't remember exactly. I don't misspeak anyways. But I'm like, no shit. He's like, yeah, this is the only guy I could think of. So I'm like, all right, let's dig into it a little bit more. So he talks to the guy and he's like, hey, can you bring in part of the body and prove it? Maybe, we'll work out a deal. We'll pay you, whatever. And I guess the story, as the story went, is the Major Troy Gilbert came in with his F-16 to do some cover fire for a convoy that was getting ambushed. He came in, put down cover fire to get them out of there, but while doing that, he either got shot down or crashed. And before they can go recover his body, the Taliban came in and took it. And the only thing they had left was a piece of his skull on the canopy or something like that.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So, and the guy had 5 kids. So the only thing that they had to bury him and had to do anything was, that.
Wow.
So empty casket. So fast forward a little bit, a couple days a week, he gets a jawbone from these guys.
Couldn't just take a picture or something?
Yeah. Well, we wanted DNA.
Yeah,
proof.
DNA.
Yeah. So we get the jawbone. He shows it to me. I'm like, holy shit, that's a fucking jawbone. Send it back. Sure as shit, fucking matches up.
Wow.
That's him.
Yeah, it's him. So 10 years. So this is 2016. This was 2006.
shit.
So for 10 years, the Taliban or shitheads have been taking his body
Insurgents.
wrapped in tarps and been moving it from place to place.
Whoa.
So we spin up this whole op. Some warrant officer, I forget his name, or somebody puts it together. Me and my OIC, we're now the people on the ground. We're setting up this reception. So they work out, my guy works out some deal. We work out this deal to get him to come in. We'll pay him money, all this stuff. So we spin it up. We're doing ISR on him. We got a date. We're following this guy. We're going back and forth. We're watching all this stuff. And then the day comes. We set up a checkpoint with EOD, all this stuff. Guy brings his shitty ass truck onto the base through the back gate with what appears to be a body wrapped in some tarps. And no shit.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Bring it in, unwrap it. It's still him, or what's left of him, in his
10 fucking years.
in his flight suit, everything. You had the rank on there. It had his harness. It was all of them, man.
Dude, that is fucking crazy. I didn't even hear about this.
Yeah. So bring him in, pull my flag right off my back, out of my bag, lay it on him, repatriate him back to his family. I think. I heard hopefully one of his kids got the flag, and that was like the coolest shit.
Damn.
Lost all the pictures, lost all the photos.
It's
I don't have any like physical proof. I think later after the deployment, I think the commandant of the Air Force sent me a letter that I still have today. But that was probably the coolest thing I ever did, man. Being able to repatriate, a missing in action.
Yeah, the only guy that was missing.
Or pilot, right?
Yeah.
And that time frame.
Yeah.
So
in 03, the very beginning of the war, we were looking for this guy Spiker, who had been lost in the first Gulf War.
Oh.
And they said that he'd been a prisoner of war, or POW. And it was like CSI, dude. We were chasing this fucking dragon. Obviously never found this guy, but dude, we were like, whole nother story. I mean, you could go hours about this shit and the amount of shit that we dug up in Iraq all around. Because initially, I want to say he was at Abu Ghraib at some point.
Wow.
and had scraped his name on one of the fucking prison cell walls, and they had taken a picture of it, and they'd sent it, and it was just fucking weird, man.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a lot of craziness, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened in that deployment, and then it just that's kind of fast forward to the point that we actually took over one of our sister platoon sites, left there working with our partner force, and started just fighting ISIS dudes every couple of days and stuff until basically we got shut down for we went up into like Saddam. We went up into these mountains where there was like the Fed something or other, Afghani Fed force or some shit, and there was Iranian-backed militants up there in these mountains, and then we went up there in force, solid, this big M1.
Oh, wait, this is in Afghanistan?
No, it's Iraq. It was Iraq. So Saddam had this big castle up there.
Yeah.
And we ended up going to it with our partner force. Like, yeah, we're good. Everything's signed off. No, we were not. No, we were not. I mean, at least I think we were. The partner force did not do their due diligence at all to tell anybody.
Big surprise.
Wow.
Yeah, right? So
Yeah.
we drive up. I'm like, fuck, there's a fucking big M1 tank that these guys had. I'm like, holy shit. So we're up in this big like castle-looking thing. Obviously, there's nothing in there but fucking human feces everywhere, right? That they shit.
Which is nice.
Yeah. So on the back, we had our snipers set up and other stuff, and they saw this big up armored bulldozer down the way, and I got a video of it on my phone. I may or may not have a video, I should say. So we shot a javelin at it and missed, or it missed, or it didn't blow it up. And my guy's going to reload, and next thing you know, these Iranian-backed militant dudes come on over, and there's a dude with just a PKM walking like this, and a couple other dudes, man. And I'm like, fuck. Get on the comms. I'm like, everybody on me, grab all your shit right now. Vehicles, get ready. Stand by to exfil. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like off safe, finger on the trigger with my fucking, what was I carrying? A Scar Heavy or something like that. And I'm looking at my OIC, and I'm just like, my guys come up, we circle these dudes, and I'm like, no, there's no way that someone's probably not going to get hurt, because what happened is the guy came up and stepped over my guy. He's like straddling him. He's like, no, we're not doing this or something. And my guy's reloading the javelin, and I'm just like, who the fuck is this guy?
Wait, so in your position, the partner force guy was telling your guy not to reload?
No, the partner force that we came up there with was fine. They were kind of running interference and talking to the dudes that were up there. So there were like, there were some other force guys. There was the Iranian-backed militants dudes like positioned on the hill in their own little bunkers. Sorry, I didn't set the scene on it too well. And they're all up there. But we went up to meet up with one of those forces to talk to them to see what's been going on. And what I was saying is our partner force did not deconflict any of that shit.
Oh, they didn't tell him.
Yeah, they were supposed to have deconflicted it. Everything was good to go.
So these are like quasi-friendlies over there?
Yeah, quasi-friendlies.
So what are we shooting the killdozer for?
So, because we just saw it there.
Oh, just for fun.
But it was down the valley, so we're up on a mountain. So down the valley on the other side of it is like all bad guys. And there was like this big up-armored bulldozer. And my OIC is like, hey, is that an up-armored bulldozer? I'm like, yup. He's like, wow, I think that's doing some nefarious shit. So we're like, cool. We got a javelin, don't we? He's like, fuck yeah, let's use this bitch. And that's what it was. It went, didn't miss. Kind of everybody was like, what the fuck? And some dudes came over. And that's what I was saying. A guy walked over.
Hey, stop shooting our shit.
Guy walked over with a fucking PKM. He's just walking with it on his hip. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, that's when I was like, oh, fuck. And their leader, dude, steps over one of my guys, kind of telling him like, hey, no, something, whatever. Mm. It just, you got the feeling. You got the feeling of some squirrely shit. And that's when I was just like, I don't like this. I'm not comfortable. Called the dudes over. I'm like, surround these dudes immediately in my position. And so the snipers and the guys run up. All my other guys run over. And it was like, we just circled these dudes. And I'm like, this is a Mexican standoff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but no way. I'm in my head. I'm like, no way someone doesn't get shot or hurt.
Yeah.
If we tried to like deal with this in a
no shit.
Because what the interpreter was saying And our partner force dude was saying I was not really giving me the warm and
Same
fuzzy.
shit. Yeah.
So I was like, I just go to my OC. I'm like, hey, we're getting out of here. And he's like, good call. And I was like, yeah. So we just loaded up and went. They made a big propaganda video of us leaving, like they were chasing us out of there.
Oh yeah. Of
But
course.
that was when we got shut down, and then immediately following, my buddies hit me up and they're like, hey, we're going to court martial over that old shit in 2012.
Damn, dude.
So that's
So when you came back with 5, that was Team 5 deployment, right? So you came back with those cats. You went to trade at, like, how many years had you been in at that point?
I came back. We came back 2017 in February.
Yeah.
I transferred in April, I think.
Yeah.
No, February, March, April. Yeah. In April, over to Tradet, took over Sauk. My 20-year mark was July 19.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're right at 20.
So I was already at 18 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I passed. So I guess what I'm saying here is I was dealing from January on deployment is when they let me know, like, hey, they brought up the stuff from 2012 and they're taking you guys to court martial.
Dude, this is so fucked.
Jeez, it's fucking 5 years later.
Yeah. So we got exonerated at Admiral or Commodore's Mass, which is a 05 or 06. Sorry,
06,
06, my bad. And then now we're going to go to actual court martial for all that shit. And the reason I got why is because the New York Times, I think, or some stupid fucking news agency,
Journalist.
fake news, was going to write an article about all that shit. Because I think some of the Army dudes had been running their mouths about it, bringing it back up, talking about how it was the most, like, stressful thing they've ever been through, blah, blah, bullshit.
Was there any new evidence or
bro?
something, or they're just trying to save face?
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
But no, it was uneventful.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't do anything.
Yeah, that shit's so fucked.
Yeah,
So-
they're just doing optics maneuvers.
Yeah, so I mean, so there I go, running in Sauk, now going through this shit with my family again, stressing the already stressful situation away.
Yeah.
I'm probably drinking a fucking handle of vodka, like, at home. I got a kegerator. I'm drinking every night just to, like, fucking bury it and then deal with my, what was it wasn't bad at home, but it was just me. Like, I had no way to, like, deal with the situation because I had no idea what was going to happen to my career, my benefits, my retirement. I mean, it's all political.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to send people back to our VSP site now fucking, like, 6 years, 5 years later.
They're trying to investigate shit with the fucking Hajis?
Yeah. I mean,
What the
they statute of limitations was expiring in May. I transferred over to Trade in April. So they charged us before the statute of limitations ran out.
That's such a fucking
Just
dick
because.
move, dude.
And now it's like, I'm like,
God.
dude, everybody there that we left is probably dead
Yeah.
or gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe that fucking. I mean, I can believe that happens. It's just so frustrating when you see it because, like, there's no real reason for it. It's just people playing optics and covering their own fucking asses.
That's what it was. It was completely political, and I heard some of the testimony from the admirals and other people, and it was like, hey, we were looking at it before the story was gonna come out, and they're like, oh, this might have been the way to move forward. And I'm just
So,
like,
yeah, they just wanted to make it look like they did something to cover their ass. That's so fucking frustrating.
they did. They destroyed my life for no reason.
Yeah.
The OIC that was with me out there, he's now a OIC
Yeah.
of a platoon getting ready for deployment. So what did that do? They pulled him out. His platoon went on deployment. And for officers, you guys know the deal. It's like, if you don't hit your milestones in a certain timeline,
Yeah, you're pushed
done
out.
and
Yeah.
pushed out. And that's what happened to him.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's easy to see why you got out.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
well, I mean, fast forward to 2019, like November-ish, like September.
Yeah.
Eddie Gallagher stuff was going on. We were intertwined. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
And I went to his lawyer, Tim Palatori, because I met him, and we've had a bunch of interactions because of our cases and bullshit, Cross and trying to fuck me over and rope me in. I was like, hey man, I saw what you did with Eddie. Can you help me? And he's like, yeah, Dave, no problem. And I'm not saying it happened like this, but I'm sure he called over, said some things, and they're like, you ready for round 2? And I think the Navy was like, we are fucking not. And they fucking dismissed everything.
No shit.
For all of us.
How long had this shit gone on? Like charges and shit.
Like 2 years.
God damn. Dude.
January.
I mean, from when they charged you.
Yeah, they officially charged us, I think, in like January of 2017.
Yeah. This is 2019.
Yeah, so like 2.5 years.
Damn, dude. And that puts you right at like the 20-year mark, too.
It put me past it. My retirement date would have been end of July 2019. I didn't retire until November 2019, which is coincidentally, me and Eddie came in. We have the same birthday.
That's fucking great.
May 29th, 79. We both came in the Navy about the same week, within a couple of days of each other in July 99. And we actually ended up retiring on the same day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
tell us what you're doing now. Let's end on a high note.
Fuck. It's like, I love reliving that one. Yeah. So, I've had various jobs and done different things. Few entrepreneurial ventures here now since I got out. The biggest one is a training company, Red Watch. It's me and 4 other SEALs. So John Collins, Tim Spear, Mario Wilson, and Jarek Danish.
Yeah, all of which have been on the show.
Yeah, everybody but Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mario hasn't.
Yeah, Mario, right? So good dudes. We all became like friends. I mean, actually, so I left California, I think in like 22, because I was like, fuck all this COVID shit. I'm out of here, trying to like get my family out. Well, my ex-wife and the kids didn't come when I left. So I spent 2 years in North Carolina doing the distance thing, and I was like, cannot do it anymore.
Yeah.
So I came back and I got into a contracting job teaching EOD guys like combat shooting, weapons, tactics, teach them SEAL stuff, right?
I did that same job when I first punched out of the teams in like 2013.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was a bad gig. It was
Yeah.
good.
Gig, yeah.
Good to get back into it, where I kind of connected with Johnny Collins a little bit more. I knew Tim Spear from Team 5 a little bit, didn't know him too well. I ended up meeting Mario Wilson later on. And so the 3 of us were talking, and me and Johnny, worked together. We all left that job, went and did other things. Me and Tim started working together at a construction company, and between working at doing stuff for like nonprofits like SEAL Future Foundation or other ones, we get asked to do these like, hey, can you run this range? Can you do this? Can you teach pistol, rifle?
Yeah.
So we're like, fuck it, dude. Like, let's start a company together. So we started Red Watch, and now it's like, we teach mom and dad, to be confident and capable with a firearm. We do pistol, rifle, carbine courses. We do experiences. We want to get into teaching military. Right now we're working with some law enforcement, putting on some courses with them, and vice versa, bringing on them to some of our courses as well, and just kind of like building that brand up.
That's cool.
Yeah, where can people find you on there? Is it the Red Watch?
Yeah, so it's red_watch on Instagram, and we're on our website at theredwatch.com. And we do regular courses that are on the calendar, and what I think we do more of is we do private courses. So it's either group courses, one-on-ones. I think something that I didn't expect is some of our most popular offering is our women's courses.
Yeah.
Where mom's all nervous but wants to get a gun, and it's just great to see like the transformation of these women that want to be women protectors for not only themselves but their families and their kids.
Super important.
Show up like nervous, shaky, like ready to not show up the next day, but they do, and literally 2 hours into it, you see this
Just
total
crushing
different.
it, dude.
Some confidence.
Exactly. You see this total different person that's now confident and capable, and it's like all the stuff that we've went through when we do like these crucibles together, whether it's been buds, training, or otherwise. They now have this core group of friends, and they keep coming back, and they keep going like, hey, I'm ready to build up a course. and they're bringing in their friends.
That's cool, man.
Bringing in their other friends.
The community aspect.
Yeah.
And another part is doing certifications and stuff like that. So one of our offerings too is doing like CCW certifications and stuff like that. So
those are super cool too. Yeah.
Well, we want to arm people.
Yeah. Obviously. I literally
in California.
just renewed my CCW, and I was stressing it because they're like, you need to do this 3 months out. And I was like 2 and change. And I submitted all my shit, and the dude was super cool. He's like, I need a better, whatever you call it, a proof of address. And I rescanned some shit, and he's like, all right.
That's cool.
Shit's in the mail. I'm like, whoo!
Thought you're gonna have to call the sheriff, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, that was lucky. Well, shit. Yeah. Thanks for coming on. I don't know if you want to fucking end it here.
You know anything else you want to plug or any
some other things that I got to doing when I got out is I'm really into cooking.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm really into cooking, so I started a nonprofit called Trident Table Foundation. It's kind of been on the back burner a little bit. Just because of commitments, kids, and other things. Yep. But the main premise behind it is, when I was gone all the time, training, deployments, or otherwise, I always was looking for this way to like reintegrate with my family and not mess up the routine that's been going on. And I found that through cooking.
Yeah.
And shared meals. So that's a big thing behind the foundation is to support SEALs or families, Gold Star families across the board, whether it's military or law enforcement or first responders, but help giving them the tools as well. Whether it's a smoker, a grill, your basic kitchen utensils, because smoking and grilling became like a huge passion of mine.
Yeah.
To where I've also started doing some light catering with my catering company called Dirty Frogs.
Nice.
So that was something I started out of. I wanted to make my own rubs and seasonings. So after cooking for a bunch of people, cooking for a bunch of people and everybody liking it, I just leaned into that one.
Yeah, dude, that's a good point, man. Everybody's got to find something. I think because you go through a lot of shit, and everybody goes through a lot of shit, man. But I think if you could find other people to kind of build a community with, dude, it makes that journey so much less lonely. Because we all feel alone unless you talk to somebody. I say this all the fucking time, but it's like, dude, it's really simple. Like, just get out and fucking take the steps. Just go talk to people. Just like you did. Like, just create something that you enjoy, and then like other people will fucking find their way to you. The same thing with the podcast. Like, same thing with anything.
Yeah.
It's entrepreneurship is, I can't tell how many times I've heard it, but if you're going to do something or even a job, you got to be passionate about it. Because if you're not, it's like, what?
Like, why the fuck are you even doing it? Like, don't half-ass it,
You got to enjoy it. I mean, I know sometimes things are done out of necessity.
Yeah.
But, everything that I've been able to do, I can see the impact and results on everyone else around me.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for that impact, too. Because I think that's a big thing that you miss when you leave the military. Especially 100%. As an instructor, I really felt that impact. Like, you really felt like I was playing a role in the community that I came from, even though I was, separated from it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, entrepreneurship is a way that you can have that impact on your family, your community, your friends, all these things, and ultimate freedom too. You just gotta take the steps to do it.
Yeah.
That was the thing for me is like, man, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna go bust my ass for like a small 6-figure paycheck. And it's like, after being, I'm not saying necessarily let down, but like disappointed on different roles, busting my ass, putting my energy in other people. I've just found that like, if I do it on my own, I can have the same result. Busting the ass for myself, my friends, and my own ecosystem. And it's just so much more satisfying.
There's a lot of reward in that, man.
Dude, so much.
All right. Is that thing still recording?
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna turn the camera off though.
All right. Cool. All right, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Rock.
Thanks,
we're still recording to the monitor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's good.
Got it.
Yeah. Well, where can we find Dirty Frogs?
Yeah, dirtyfrogs.com. And we're on Instagram as well.
All one word?
Yeah. Dirty
Okay.
Frogs.
Killer.
It was kind of I had like this epiphany of like what I wanted to name my barbecue rub called Frog Hog. And I'm just like, how can I make this all work? And I just came up with the name Dirty Frogs, getting dirty, being a frog man. So like my little emblem, or I should say our whatever is like a frog man with like
That's
a
cool.
female pig lady.
Nice.
Frog hog. So
Perfect.
no offense to the
Do you have some
ladies
pork
there,
rub
but
in the recipe there?
Rub that pork.
Yeah, so frog hog, it's like, kind of plays out.
Oh, that's
I love
smart.
it. That's
It
perfect,
works.
dude.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, dude.
Yeah.
Wrap. Thank
It's
you so
awesome.
much for
Appreciate
coming
it,
on,
guys.
man.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
thank you.
stories.
Absolutely. Awesome.